Hello everybody and welcome to the City of Roses, Pasadena, California, where today the Lancers are looking to take on Chaffey College 4-0. The Lancers 3-0. They picked up a victory last week on the road in Victor Valley. What do you make of this matchup today, Oscar?
I think this matchup is going to be very, very competitive. Two, undefeated teams going at it, and it's just going to be a very tightly close game, probably determined by one or two mistakes.
Before that, though, our sideline reporter Mariana Cardena actually talked to head coach Robert Tucker, so we're going to cut to that real quick. Asked him some very important questions.
Hello, hi, Coach Tucker. I'm so happy to interview you again. After the win against Victor Valley, what do you think were the key factors that helped the team perform so well?
Well, I think there was a lot of factors in that game. I don't know if you could tell on the live stream or not, but it was really windy in the game. So I felt like getting the wind at our back in the start, so we didn't have to go into the wind, that really helped us to really start fast in the game. And I always think starting fast is really critical. I feel like our offense has done a really good job of not turning over the ball. So anytime you can move the sticks, first down, I think that's really what we want. And then when you sprinkle on the explosive plays, I think that's key as well. Second quarter, I felt like we had our best drive of the year. We ended up getting a fake punt on a fourth down, then we converted another fourth down conversion. And I believe it was maybe a 14-play drive. And anytime you can, I think we took almost quarter. So anytime you can ball control, not turn over the ball, move the sticks, keep their defense off the field, I think you can be very successful.
Considering last week's standout performances by Micah Mendoza, 159 rushing yards and flip-flops, kickoff return touchdown, how do you think this year's team will fare against historically tough opponents like Chaffey?
Yeah, I think I'm glad you brought up Micah, because I feel like anytime you can run the ball, and that's a credit to our offensive staff, the offensive line, and just really being committed to the run. I felt like there's been a few times in the past where we were one-dimensional, and I felt like the thing that we really got going this year is that we're really two-dimensional. We can throw the ball, but we can also run the rock, and we can really lean on the run game when we need to. And so I think when you get into games like tonight's going to truly come down to which team can run the ball and which team can stop the run. And if you can do those two things, and hopefully we can do both, hopefully we can run the ball and stop the run on defense, we'll be very successful. But if you struggle in one of those areas, usually the team that struggles in games like this, it'll be very difficult.
What positive adjustments have you made in your strategy and team mentality to help the players grow and succeed in this game?
Yeah, I think whether it's the big game you just spoke about or, a game like this, last week's game or this week, a lot of times it's going to come down to us. And I think the positive adjustments that we always make is we always encourage guys, and I think I've talked about this before, but never get too high, never get too low. Stay off the peaks, stay out of the valleys, and just have that consistent mindset and that mindset where I want to grow and improve and get better. This team is capable of achieving so many great things, but it's going to come down to your day-to-day consistency and really the ability to block out I always tell them block out the noise. And I think just kind of prepping them from a mental standpoint, hey, let's block out the noise. Let's not. The guys in this room, they're the ones that know. They're the know the things that we have to do or the things we should do, and blocking out the noise of, hey, we do our business. If we do it the best to our ability, we'll come out on the positive side. Either way, we got great kids. We're going to come out in a very positive way in this game no matter what. But I just think you just have to have the right mindset, that growth mindset, and I feel like our guys have it.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.
We'll be on air with interviews with Mohammed and Micah Mendoza in halftime, and at the end of the game with Caden Taylor. Thank you.
Great, always great to hear from our sideline reporter Mariana. And while these two teams aren't in the same conference, it does sort of feel like a rivalry, especially with what happened last year, right? You look at the American Championship game, and it feels like a rivalry.
Yes, it does.
And we'll take a look at the top linebackers on this PCC football team. Kaiden Bailey, 8 tackles, 9 assists, 17 total tackles plus assists. He leads the team. We got Tarek Brumfield, 5 tackles, 8 assists, 13 total. 8 tackles, 3 assists, 11 total for Ethan Bowser. Also not mentioned on this graphic is Ja'Kai Pulley. He's been great on that middle linebacker front.
Yes, so to top wide receivers, so far we have Josh Barron, 7 receptions, 160 total yards and 1 touchdown. Very good. And Flip Fox, also 7 receptions for 188 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Here we see Micah Mendoza. He's got 36 rushes on the season, 296 yards for 5 touchdowns. Also in the backfield, we got Mo Mali, is number 25, got 39 attempts, 122 yards coming into this game.
Yeah, so we have Gianni Mascolino. Last week, or in total, 22 completions at 34 attempts, 394 yards, 7 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Kind of plays with Caden Taylor in the quarterback position. So.
All right, so we get set for things to kick off here in Pasadena. The Lancers in black and Chaffey in white. So the kick is up, and this will bounce into the end zone for a touchback. So things getting set here in Pasadena. And like we mentioned before, what a matchup between these two teams, right? Chaffey set to get the ball first. Look at their offense. I mean, total yards per game, 208.5 averaging on the defensive end of things. On the offensive end of things, they're averaging 37.5 points per game. That's 8 in the CCC AA. So their offense is ridiculously powerful.
Yes, it is. And the key for the Lancers to win this football game is to try to mitigate against that offense. And that's the way they're going to try to win.
So they'll bring out quarterback Julian Viramontes. He's second in the American division in yards per game, averaging about 257 per game. It's a rushing play up the middle. He's going to bounce this one out, getting towards the sideline, makes a man miss, stiff arms another, and he's out just past the 30-yard line. That's good for a gain of about 6 yards. What a rush.
Yes, you know, he tried to go up the middle, couldn't really do that, so he has to bounce it to the outside, and 2 men missed. So you know what? Very slick, very elusive by him.
Now C.J. Bozeman came into this game 170 yards, 27 attempts. Not the most attempts on the team, still the most yards. Got 3 touchdowns, his longest rush of the season being 35 yards. So they line up now about 2nd and 5, 2nd and 4. Looking to throw, fires, that's complete. And he's brought down, looks just to be shy of the first down yardage. That was Corey Cabriales.
I think he could have gotten that first down. He did have to come back for the ball because, of course, the Lancers brought the blitz. So good job of making the completion. Unfortunately, just a little bit short, but they're probably going to run the next play to try to pick up the 1 yard they need.
So they got a gain of 2, and that's going to bring up 3rd and short here. Chaffey on 3rd down, 35%, 16 for 46. They'll run it up the middle. Looks like Bozeman again. Looks like he's got the yardage before he's finally brought down.
He was about to get tackled in the backfield, and a good move to make the man miss, and just got the yards he needed and a little bit more. So, good run by C.J. Bozeman.
1st and 10 from the 37.
On the 37 now, 1st and 10. Chaffey averaging 430 total yards of offense per game. That's good for 4th in the CCC AA. It'll be a run play. He'll get brought down at about the 40-yard line.
That was to me a smart run play because, as you saw, the Lancers try to fill the box, try to predict up the middle, try to stop him. Instead, they started to run a jet sweep, which got to the outside, got him a little bit more yards than they would have if they tried to run it straight up the middle. So overall, good play call right there.
Viramontes comes into this game with 1,028 passing yards in total.
Gain of 3 on the pass. 2nd and 7 from the 40.
Has a completion percentage of 65.1%. He's going to look to throw here. Steps up in the pocket, fires, and nearly picked off by the Lancers defense. That would have been a huge play for this Lancers team.
Yes, it would have. Ball slightly overthrown, and as you saw, they almost got picked off. Lucky that Chaffey didn't get picked off. That keeps this drive alive, but now it's a 3rd down, and you have to do something.
Yeah, that was Idrick Carmichael. Had his first pick of the season last game against Victor Valley. Was a great player for this defense last year, actually earning 1st team All-Pacific League honors, 2nd team All-American according to JC Gridiron. He's just been really solid for this defense. It'll be a run play again to Bozeman. That'll be good for a gain of a couple yards, but still short of that first down marker.
I wouldn't be surprised to see if they go for it. It's 4th and short. You're about midfield. If you really trust your offense, you could go for it. But, yeah, that could have been scary because he got hit from behind, which pushed him forward. That could have maybe gave him the first down. Thankfully, it didn't. So now this defense gets the stop they needed, and now they were able to get the ball on offense and try to take momentum from there.
Yeah, that solid linebacker wall that we kind of have here at Pasadena with, Kaiden Bailey, Ja'Kai Pulley, and Tarek Brumfield, as we mentioned earlier. So Chaffey forced the punt. This one's up. And he'll return it. Makes a man miss, 2 men, and brought down just short of the 35-yard line. That was Jordan Rodriguez, number 2.
Good punt return right there. Made 2 men miss, got a little bit extra yardage, so maybe now with a little bit better of a field positioning, this drive can cap off with a touchdown for the Lancers, hopefully.
Jordan Rodriguez, second on the team in receiving yards, plays wide receiver. Sorry, second on the team in receptions. He's got 62 yards in total on the season. Longest 19. So the Lancers get set to start off their opening drive here. It's Caden Taylor to start things off. He's been the starter the whole way through, also splitting reps as he fires that one over to Flip Fox, who finds a hole, breaking his way towards the sideline at the 40, 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Lancers.
What a call right there. To go for the screen pass, everyone thought it was a run, so everyone blitzed in. Taylor got it out to Fox, and Fox made men miss and just ran down the sideline with his speed. There was no way anyone was going to catch him. The closest person was safety Corey Davis. And, I mean, that's what happens when you have a game changer on offense.
Yeah, I mean, what a play, what a term to use, game changer. And that's really what Flip Fox is, that speed and that elusiveness. Just a short pass, that's similar to what he did in his first touchdown of the season. A short screen pass, able to take it all the way for the Lancers. And what a way to set the tone of this game. As the kick is up and it is good. So Lancers on the board early here with 7.
That is a huge momentum boost for this Lancers team. You know, 1-play touchdown, all of a sudden now Chaffey's in a hole, and if they don't convert, that hole can get very much bigger as you see a replay of the touchdown.
Take a look at this again.
Good blocks all around. Good job making men miss. Great play.
And I mean, you look at the speed, right? He was able to blaze down the sideline. There was some people close to him, but no one was really able to attack him.
Yeah, that's what happens when you have good speed and you get into the open field. All of a sudden, you can turn on that extra little bit, and you are gone down the sideline.
Oslo Rigby set to kick off.
So Oslo Rigby able to kick things off here, and what a quick score. That's going to be great for setting the tone of this game for the Lancers. And this is a game that I know a lot of guys are hungry to win. We have a lot of returning players on this Lancers squad. You know, they were here last year for that loss in the American Championship Bowl. This one will get returned out of the end zone, not going to let it go back for a touchback. He's able to bounce this one out to the sideline, able to get pushed out of bounds at about 25-yard line.
Yeah, and you know, I think we're going to see a lot of big plays from both of these teams. Both of these teams' offense was very explosive last week. Each team had 480 yards of total offense, and they both scored over 35 points. That is very difficult to do, and you got a feeling that these offenses are going to be able to have big play potential as you see return of the kickoff.
Also, both these teams also with pretty great defenses, right? You look at Pasadena City defense, points per game allowed, only 18.7. Chaffey, on the other hand, they're a bit better. Points per game allowed 11. That puts them at second in the CCC AA. So Chaffey back with the ball. It's a run play again to Bozeman. Now gets stopped at about the line of scrimmage. Not much of a gain there.
Good job by this Lancers team to just get in the backfield, stop him from trying to bounce it outside, because that's what we've seen early. We have seen Bozeman try to bounce out middle runs to try to go to the outside and get the edge. Instead, they decide to hold him and protect the edge.
Second and 10.
Tackle was made there by Izzy Duncan, number 5. He left Victor Valley's game early with an injury, was wearing the blue jersey in practice earlier this week, but towards the end of practice, he was practicing fully. That one's batted down by the defensive front. It'll be an incomplete pass.
Big blitz, he's second down. Try to maybe get a sack. Instead, it was going to be a quick throw, thankfully. It was able to be batted down, but before it could even get to the line of scrimmage. So overall, great play call right there to blitz, get home early, and to stop them from trying to make something happen.
That was Jakai Pulley on the deflection. That'll bring up third down now, and still a ways to go, 3rd and 10.
William Harper.
Get a change of quarterback here. They're going to bring in William Harper. That's number 14, the freshman from Texas. He's going to keep it, and he's going to get brought down just past the line of scrimmage. Not much of a gain once more.
That was a zone fake, and Harper decided to try to keep it and maybe try to make a run with it. Great tackle to stop it because it looked like it had open field, but thankfully the shoelace tackles, you see a replay of it. That'll be number 7, Brumfield, making the tackle. Could have gone for big yardage, so thankfully that tackle saved it.
Yeah, really surprising to see Harper, active early in this game. He hasn't played a ton. Guess they're just trying to keep Pasadena on their toes, give them different looks. It'll be a fair catch, caught at about the 30-yard line. And quick 3 and out, and the Lancers are already looking at their second drive of the game.
Yeah, this is what happens when you can't convert on drives so far early in this game, so maybe momentum will shift as the game progresses, but right now it just seems all Lancers on the first 2 drives, it seems like that Chaffey is just stuck.
That was a good way to put it, and take a look at this Lancers offense. 4th in the American Division in yards per game, and 2nd in the CCC AA in points per game. They're averaging 49 points per game. Snap, looking to throw. He'll fire. That's going to be caught and pushed out of bounds. Looks like the tight end, number 6. It's Devin Muniz.
A quick little out route. Good play call just to get out of bounds, just a quick little throw in case they brought pressure or in case the pocket started to fall apart. So good job by Taylor to just make the throwing. Quick throw.
Muniz had a had a touchdown last game against Victor Valley. This will be a run play up the middle and good yardage. Not sure. I think he might have got out to that first down marker. We'll see where they put this.
Good run. He was able to find a little gap to get to, and the lineman get to the second level. Was able to push through, and they are moving the chains, which means he got the first down. Great run.
Yeah, that was Micah Mendoza on the run. We'll take a look at this one more time.
1st and 10 from the 41.
Able to bulldoze past 2, took about 3 or 4 guys to take him down.
Impressive.
Taylor gets the snap. They'll keep it on the ground again, finds a hole up the middle, and that's close to that first down marker.
They motion, and then they run. That is, you've seen that so far this game. All their drives, they motion the running back out, and then they give it to him. So we'll see what they will be able to do out of that with the motion. Maybe they'll catch Chaffey sleeping at the motion. They think it's a run. They could do maybe a quick pass, maybe again to flip-flops or another one of your receivers like Rodriguez.
2 solid runs so far for Mendoza in this drive, 1 for a first down and 1 for 9. Taylor drops back, fires. That one's going to get broken up behind the line of scrimmage. That was a great tackle by the defense, intended for Jordan Rodriguez.
That screen just got blew up, even though I believe that was number 1 for Chaffey, that Josiah Wash was blocked. He still managed to run back in to the receiver. So overall, even though it was a good block, just got overpowered at the end of the day.
Yeah, that was a great tackle from the back, Josiah Walsh from Etowanda High School. Taylor finally gets the snap, rolling out to his left, looking. He's going to keep it. Able to spin, but he got pushed up in the air.
Oh, my goodness. And there's a flag on the field. Well, a rollout play. They saw they were bringing the pressure, so they decided to roll out and try to make something happen. Taylor trying to make something happen, tried to hurdle, got spun in the air like a helicopter blade, and got maybe a yard or two on it.
Yeah, we'll see what the refs call here.
Offsides. Defense. 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
So they were able to draw them offsides before the snap. I think maybe if they would have known that sooner, maybe Taylor might have protected himself a little bit more. We'll take a look at this hit one more time. Got thrown up in the air, nothing too serious, just maybe looks a little bit dramatic with how high he went, but able to land safely, nothing too dangerous. So a fresh set of downs here, first down at about midfield. Taylor is looking to throw, fires this one over the middle and nearly picked off by Chaffey.
Risky throw. You shouldn't really be doing that in this game, since this is a big game. Both offenses are really explosive. So I understand taking risks. Sometimes you gotta know when to take the risk. Sometimes you gotta know when to just not also just play it safe.
Looks like that one was intended for Deshaun Phillips. Was a big part of this team last year. Has been having a relatively quiet season. Only 2 receptions, but still a great receiver for this team. They're going to keep this one on the ground. That'll be good for a gain of about 3.
So far, I mean, this PCC offense has looked good. You know, they were able to drop Chaffey offsides, which gave them a free first down. And now they're at third down. It's kind of long. So now you just need to try to maybe get into field goal range or something like that. But it's a big third down here in my opinion.
Yeah, 16 for 36 on the season on third down. That's 44%. They're going to throw, complete to Fox. And he's got that out past the marker, and that's good for a first down. What a huge conversion there for the Lancers.
It seems like Fox was one-on-one with Corey Davis. And little comeback route. Davis still went forward a little bit, able to open it up a little bit as you see a replay.
Take a look at this one more time, and he was all kinds of open. They kind of gave him that room. They know how fast he is. They know how much of a threat he is down the field, so they give him that cushion. And Taylor did a great job of recognizing that.
10 from the 34.
Taylor motions the back. Looking to throw, fires. That one low. Ruled, and we'll say it wasn't complete.
Taylor's pass intended for Rodriguez is incomplete.
Okay, so Chaffey's now putting out 3 downed linemen, which means that they're having more people back in coverage, or they can maybe use one of the linebackers to blitz. I think this is to try to maybe stop or like try to help mediate this passing offense from the Lancers.
Yeah, Chaffey College typically does run 3 rushers. Showing blitz. They will blitz. Has to get rid of it early. That one's complete. And able to get out of harm's way. And out, I think, just a bit short of that first down yardage. That was complete to Rodriguez. And that'll bring up third down. Take a look at this one more time. You see the blitz, had to get rid of it early. Did a good job of escaping the tacklers.
Yes, that's what you have to do if in case a play gets blown up. Just try to make something out of nothing.
Great job of recognizing the heat. Speaking of heat, this game almost got pushed back because of the heat, but it's pretty cool right now, I'd say. Lancers looking towards the sideline.
Some confusion.
And they're going to blow this play dead. I think Pasadena is going to be forced to take a timeout here.
Pasadena.
Some confusion. Almost led to
a delay
of game call.
Which would have made it instead of a 3rd and 1, a 3rd and about medium, about 6 yards. So, some upcoming events for PCC. So soccer fans, get ready for an action-packed week this Tuesday, our women's and men's soccer teams go head-to-head against Mount Sac starting at 1:30 p.m. Then on Thursday, they're back in action, ready to face off against Cerritos. Come out to Robinson Stadium to show your support and enjoy a great time of our competition.
Yeah, that women's soccer team really having a great season. I believe they had a historic start to the season, had a big winning streak. And they're looking to add some more wins to that season total. back up to the line here. Lancers on the 25-yard line. They're looking at a 3rd and 1. Taylor receives the snap. They're going to run the ball, and they're going to get the yardage out past about 3 yards past the line to gain. So they'll reset downs.
Yes, resetting the chains. Great job. You know, needed a yard, and he did get hit. What did it look like? Sort of behind the line of scrimmage before the first down marker, but he was able to power through it and get an extra 3 to 4 yards.
That was Micah Mendoza. And stay tuned at halftime. We have a special player package video involving both him and Mo Mali, the running backs. Don't want to miss that. Taylor rolling out. He's going to throw this one and drops. That looked like Jordan Rodriguez had it in his hands and just slipped out.
Unfortunate, good pass. You know, he almost had it, you know, but now it's another. Now the clock stops, which means you have another opportunity to maybe run a different play. Maybe you could try to run it with Mendoza. He seems to be having a good game so far. Still being able to like pound through against a 3-down lineman set against the run.
Taylor, he'll feed it to the running back. And this is going to get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Not a gain. Might have lost a yard there.
Again, I was talking about their 3-down linemen, and this time they brought a little bit extra pressure against the run. So that's how they were able to get back into the backfield. And now it's a 3rd and long. We'll see what they come up with.
3rd and long. You got to think they're going to throw here. Also saw the kickers Oslo Rigby and Nico Razzo warming up on the sideline in case. Looking to throw, nearly batted down. Fox has got that complete over the middle. He's going to get brought down past the 1st down yardage. Risky throw right there. And looks like someone on Chaffey is down. I believe that is number 8. That is Malachi Donafu. And he looks like he's down. So let's talk about the play. It looked, that play, you know, the pressure getting in Taylor's face, you know, making the throw. Great job by Fox to just even get positive yardage as he was coming back, you know. Could have been hit from behind, maybe dropped it instead. Great catch, great run after the catch, and he got pushed those extra yards, and they resulted in the 1st down. Yeah, what a game for Flip Fox so far. I mean, the last couple of games have been relatively quiet. Hasn't really had that same amount of success that he had in the 1st game and also the 2nd game. And, I mean, he already has a couple of catches here for a whole ton of yards and a touchdown. What do you think of this game so far, David? I think it's been really great for Pasadena. That first drive really just set the tone for this game. We're going to take a look at a replay from that last play. Flip Fox good for the 1st down, and now they're in scoring position here. Yes, let's see what they decide to run. They might just run it 3 times and just try to get into the end zone, so we will see. Flip Fox already has 103 yards in this game, only on 3 receptions. Taylor going to keep it on the ground here. That was good for a gain, about 2-3 yards. Chaffey right now is blitzing the linebackers on the edge since they're running a 3 lineman set. So maybe the Lancers can take advantage of that and maybe try to throw where they're blitzing. Maybe just a little comeback, little curl route. Just throw it, and if they can't bat it down, that's easy yards. So we'll see what they come up with. Yeah, so far Taylor has been doing a good job of getting the ball to his guys early and letting them cook, right? Letting them evade defenders and do what they do best. Rolling out to his right. Gonna fire, and that's picked off on the 1-yard line. Chaffey taking this one back and brought down just past the 20-yard line. An unfortunate turn of events here for Taylor. Unfortunate. He tried to make something out of nothing, like we said earlier, but at that position where there's double coverage, you have to throw the ball away.
Unfortunately, with pressure in his face, he had to make a snap decision, and he was going off his back foot, which means the ball wouldn't be on a zip like it usually is. It's more of a little lob, as you see a replay of it.
Take a look at this one more time. Rolled out, started feeling the pressure. Yeah, like you said, off that back foot into double coverage, and that's just a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, Ryan Woods with the interception, the good return that gives Chaffey some life in this game. Starts him out pretty much like what a touchback would be.
Yeah, that was Ryan Woods' second interception of the game. The defense is back. Comes into this game leading Chaffey with tackles with 10.
Veramonte's back at quarterback.
Looks like Veramonte's back in the game. They're going to keep it on the ground. He gets blown up behind the line of scrimmage by that defensive front of the Lancers.
Yes, good job of just getting into the backfield, trying to stop the run that Chaffey likes to do. Chaffey likes to run the ball. They also can use that run to maybe try to help in the passing game. So if you could swallow the run up and even just get pressure, that is big wins for the Lancers.
Yeah,
As you see replay.
That was Brumfield on the tackle. Did a great job of getting behind that line of scrimmage. Looking to throw here over the middle, and that's complete. Good for a gain of about 6-7 yards.
You know, quick little slant route. You know, slant routes are dangerous, especially with the middle linebacker and the linebacking core of the Lancers. He did get hit right away, but good catch from Chaffey in order to just get some yardage and make this a more manageable third down.
That was complete to the tight end, Jeremiah Beck. One of the returning players on this Chaffey team, not many. This is a team comprised of a lot of freshmen. He was there last year in their championship bowl game. This one fired over and able to break a couple tackles, but finally brought down just behind the 30-yard line.
That play could have been so much worse for Chaffey, but they get a yard short. As you see the replay, quick throw, bounced off 2 tackles pretty much, and then got lit up kind of at the end of that play, so they are a yard short, and they're most likely going to punt.
Yeah, so that'll bring up 4th down. They will punt, but that pass was complete to Damari Heller, the other tight end. They really like to utilize those 2 tight ends, Beck and Heller. Beck comes into this game with 13 receptions, Heller with 11.
Tight ends are a quarterback's best friend.
Especially when, both of these guys returning players, so they've been in the system, especially when you compare it to the other freshmen that are on this team. Chaffey going to take a timeout here. Looks like they might have been running out of time.
4th and 2. I'm surprised they're not going for it with their offense, but you know what? They decided to play it safe. Here's the upcoming football schedule for PCC. We will be at Santa Monica, then we'll be coming back here for LA Pierce. Then we have 2 straight away games at LA Southwest and Glendale, and we'll end the season here against LA Valley.
Yeah, so far, looking at this whole schedule, you got to feel like this is one of the biggest games, probably the biggest game that they have lined up.
Yes, especially if let's say this team wins the rest of their games, all of a sudden they have a chance to host the bowl game.
And the loser of this game goes home with their first loss of the season. The Lancers 3-0, the Panthers 4-0. So the punt is up and nearly blocked. Able to catch that one over the shoulder. He's going to have to return this one. He's going to get brought down behind the 20-yard line. So pretty impressive punt there. This one's going to pin the Lancers behind their own 20.
He got the punt off before it was blocked, kicked it really far. I'm surprised PCC didn't let it just go into the end zone, because it definitely seemed like it had a chance to.
Had a chance. Could have ended up, even closer to that line, but not in. They could have been pinned within their own 10 or 5.
Yeah, so there's obviously risks. Taking a punt that could be going to the end zone. So trying to make something. He got a little bit of yardage after because of the over-the-shoulder catch. So
yeah, I think Phillips did a great job there of controlling that ball. You might see a lot of guys drop that, fumble that, and that turns into a turnover. So Mascalino in the game now. He'll take the snap, and it's a run play up the middle. I'm going to be out for about 2 or 3 yards.
Now Mascalino is in the game now. So, and also Muhammad Mali's also in the game, so they're kind of giving Taylor and Mendoza a little bit of rest as the quarter ends.
this NCFA game with the score. The Lancers 7.
So at the end of the first quarter, Lancers up 7-0, and that's only the second quarter in this whole season for Chaffey that they haven't scored a single point.
That's honestly incredible. That shows what this defense can do, how they're going to try to stop them. Let's see how Chaffey will react, the next time they get the ball, because, they're trying to game plan, okay, how do we beat this Lancers defense? And for the Lancers defense, you have to game plan, okay, how are we going to try to keep stopping Chaffey from driving down the field?
We're going to take a quick break for a quick commercial here. We'll see you after this. So we're back. Mascalino now in this game for Taylor as we get set for a 2nd and 6. Mascalino, he'll hand it off again. Now went out to about the 25-yard line.
I'm surprised we've seen a second run play. Usually they run the ball, the Lancers do, when they kind of get good, like maybe 5-6 yards. But I guess they're trying to do the steady, like chipping down away at their defense, maybe trying to keep the Chaffey's offense off the field as long as they can.
Molly, the other half of this Lancers 2-man running back group that we have, Micah Mendoza and Mo Molly, they're called M&Ms, both their names having M and M initials. Feeling the pressure, Mascalino rolling out to his left, fires deep, and just out of reach of his intended receiver. Looks like Flip Fox. I think he might be looking for a call there.
It definitely looked like there was some maybe like tugging, maybe a pulling, maybe a little bit of holding. Ultimately, the refs didn't throw a flag, so that means it's a turnover. But good job of not getting sacked and painting yourself deeper into your own territory. So good job by that from Mascalino.
Yeah, impressive way to evade the pressure. So the punt up. This one's going to go out of bounds. Unreturnable for the return man, Cabrialis.
So far, this game has just been, it's been kind of low, I want to say low. It's been low scoring, but it hasn't been like slow in any way. Even though it's 7-0, this game feels like it's on the tip of the iceberg of just going someone's way.
Yeah, both the teams have such potent offenses, but like we mentioned earlier, great defenses. And so before the game we were talking, I was kind of predicting a low-scoring game just because of, defense wins championships, right? So Chaffey with the ball here, just shy of the 40-yard line. It's a throwing play. They'll throw it over the middle. He'll make a man miss. Just escapes the shoestring tackle and into the end zone for the Chaffey touchdown.
This is what we were saying, how this game feels like it's on the tip of the iceberg and how a little bit of momentum can change. This is sort of like a similar play to how the Lancers scored. Instead of a screenplay, it's a fake to the running back, fake run, little slant over the middle, and Harrison just decided to take off running.
That's good for Harrison. 6th touchdown reception of the season. Came into this game tied 2nd in touchdown receptions in the American Division. He also leads the team.
Now a tie game, or a 6-7, barring the extra point, it's a tie game. So now it's essentially equal playing field again.
Yeah, similar to that first play of the Lancers, the first play in which they scored, that was to Flip Fox. Chaffey scores on first play of that drive. The kick is up. Now it's through the uprights. So we got a tie game here in Pasadena with 13 minutes, 59 seconds left to go in the first half.
Here's a replay of that scoring play. Little bit of a slant just over the middle, and he was able to take off running. Good play call, play action. They've been running the ball a lot, so, and the throwing, so quick throw. This is what these two offenses are kind of built to do. They have both their big, fast receivers. So no surprise that both of them has scored a touchdown.
Yeah, that was Viramontes' 12th touchdown of the season. He came into this game with 11. That was 5th in the entire CCC AA.
So now let's see how the Lancers will respond. I assume more running because it seems like they just gave Taylor and Mendoza rest. So we will see what happens as Flipbox is back there to return it.
Yeah, not necessarily sure it was rest for Taylor. I mean, this is a team that just likes to use both of their quarterbacks. They usually start with Taylor, like to throw in Mascalino in there. We've even seen Suga Taranga get in some snaps.
A short kickoff.
This one pretty short and able to be hauled in, and there's a big hit on the return man for the Lancers, and this one's just shy of the 30-yard line. And you just see the sideline of Chaffey erupt after that hit.
Yeah, it looked like a little sky kick. Maybe not trying to catch Lancers off guard, maybe force a fumble. Thankfully, the return man held on to it. So good job of not turning the ball over. And now they have better field position if Chaffey had kicked into the end zone. So there's the little drawback. Trying to force a turnover, instead they give them good field position.
Looks like Mascalino is going to come back out after the 3-and-out in his last drive.
6-yard return for Mendoza. The Lancers start possession. 1st and 10 from the 26.
Mascalino comes into this game with a 64.7 completion percentage. Got 22 completions on 34 attempts, only 1 interception. He's thrown 7 touchdowns and he's rushed for 1. They'll keep it on the ground. Able to bounce out past defenders. He'll be brought down. Looks like a good gain of about 7 or 8.
Good job of, again, this is what these two teams do. They have running backs that can, if they go up the middle, they can bounce it outside, as you saw Molly do that. And he got a little bit of extra yardage because the defender ended up on the bottom of him, which the rollover makes it so you get an extra yard or 2.
Gain of 6 on the play. Lancers 2nd and 4.
They'll mark it a gain of 6, so 2nd and 4 here. Again on the ground, and they'll push for the extra yardage. That's good for a Lancers 1st down.
This running game for the Lancers, we've seen it. We saw it against West LA. We're seeing it now. It's just they have 2 really great running backs that can make something happen. So I understand going through with the ground game, and it's so far been working.
Yeah, speaking of West LA, that was on September 14th. That was the last game that we broadcasted here at home. That's because the game against College of the Desert that would have been September 21st ended up getting canceled, postponed. Desert, I believe, couldn't make a roster. So I know Coach Tucker working hard on getting his guys another game. As this one's pushed out for about 7 yards.
There's Mendoza back in the game. Good job of falling forward, leaning, trying to get more yardage, trying to maybe get that 1st down. Ended up really close, so we'll see what his next play call is.
Yeah, Mendoza back in the game for Molly. 2nd and 4. Another run play. And again, they're going to push it past that 1st down yardage. So run after run after run here. And they've just been getting 1st downs in 2 rushes, it feels like, every single time.
Yep, four consecutive rushing attempts. That's been 2 1st downs. I wouldn't be surprised if they just keep going with this ground game, keep switching out Molly, Mendoza, and eventually I believe they will try play action, which will catch Chaffey off guard.
Referee's going to blow this one dead. We're going to see what they call here.
Sideline warning. Chaffey, no yardage penalty. Means 1st down.
So just a warning, a sideline warning for Chaffey. Guess their guys might have been getting too close to that white line, maybe.
Maybe. I have personally never seen that happen in a game, but
also could have been maybe some talk that the referees didn't like. Never know. Here's another rushing play, and this one's going to get close to that 1st down. We'll see where they mark this. As Mendoza runs off and Molly checks back in.
Great run again. 5 consecutive runs. They're just bullying the 3-down linemen of Chaffey. They're just pushing them back and back and back. So we will see what the next play will be as we see a replay of the run.
Yeah, good rush out for a gain of 9. Yeah, and like you mentioned, like these running backs just able to get first down so consecutively and so consistently in 2 rushes. Rolling out to his right, he's gonna fire deep and picked off by Chaffey. Dropped by Chaffey, almost an interception. I thought he came down with that.
Good job by Matetsky to just become a defender all of a sudden. Chaffey cut that ball off, but Matetsky just was able to just get him on the ground and just knock him down in order to prevent the interception.
Yeah, that was the defensive back, Ryan Stewart, nearly came down with that ball. I thought he did for a second. Able to just punch it loose maybe by Matetsky. Third down, they're going to keep it on the ground. And that was going to be good for the first down after the 3rd and 1.
Good job coming back, after that near, interception, which would have been the second one of the game for Chaffey.
We'll take a look at this near pick. Rolling out. This kind of looked like the play on the previous drive to Flip Fox. Kind of just underthrew his guy. Same thing happened on that drive to Flip Fox, but that was on the opposite side of the field.
Yeah, when you're throwing the run, you don't necessarily have the ability to just put a lot of zip on the ball, so a little floater nearly intercepted.
1st and 10 here, just past midfield. Another run play. This is going to be met after a gain of about 3 or 4 yards.
What? They just keep running the ball. I believe this is the 7th run play out of 8 possible plays, out of 8 plays that they've run. So it's obvious that they're favoring the ground game to try to maybe bully and keep the Chaffey offense off the field. You saw their big play.
Yeah, especially when Chaffey likes to rush 3, you might as well take advantage of that line disparity. Rolling out to his left, searching downfield. He's going to take off with it, able to get out of bounds. Looking downfield, couldn't quite find anything he liked.
Yeah, great job making something out of nothing. This was good. Try to roll out, maybe try to find someone safe, just tucked in and ran with it. This is where, making something out of nothing, this could, maybe come back to bite you, as we saw with Taylor's interception. But trying to making something out of nothing, you don't need to go for the hero ball. You just need to get some yardage. Just always get positive yardage.
And you know what? They're doing such a great job running the ball. I wouldn't try to force anything. We saw what happened when Taylor tried to force that throw over, into the end zone, got intercepted right on the goal line. Again, another passing play. This one to the sideline. That's complete for a first down. So a passing first down finally in this drive.
Yes, I was wondering if they're going to run it again. Decided not to. Instead, a little out route for Flip Fox. Just move the chains, keep this drive alive. You're already in field goal range. No need to force anything.
Yeah, that was Flip Fox. He's got 4 receptions, 110 yards so far, and it's barely the first half. Still 9 minutes to go, and a touchdown. Escalino takes the snap. He's going to throw once more. This one complete, a screen pass. He'll be taken down.
Those screen passes for the Lancers have been working well. You saw, obviously, with a touchdown from Flip Fox. He's done that twice this year on screen passes, I believe. And having these screen passes and able to utilize that in a game plan is so helpful for a team.
The Lancers slowly but surely making their way towards that end zone. 8 minutes, 24 seconds left here in the first half of play. It feels like this game's first half, at least, been going, quite quick.
Yes, it has.
This one, there's a flag on the play, but on the ground, they'll blow it dead. We'll see what they call.
Prior to the snap infraction. Offense, 5-yard penalty, remains second down.
So it'll go against the Lancers.
Unfortunate, first penalty of the game for the Lancers. Each team only has one. It's been a relatively flag-free game. So now you're pushed back a little bit farther. You could still second down. You could maybe now pass and try to run it again, or you try to run and pass. You have options for what you can do in this situation.
Lancers came into this game only 19 penalties on the season. That was good for tied third fewest in the CCCAA. Running again. Now brought down after only a short gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd and long here.
3rd and long, after the little rush. What do you think they're going to do, David?
I think you have to throw it, right? 3rd and long, you really have to throw it. Maybe see a screen pass, they've been doing it all night to Flip Fox, maybe Jordan Rodriguez, or even maybe a curl route to Flip Fox. I like that one we saw on the opposite side of the field.
Gain of 2. 3rd down from the 27.
See Flip Fox lined up at the top of your screen there. Looking to throw, rolling out towards the way of Fox, and he was wide open in the end zone, and Mascalino just couldn't connect with him.
Yeah, that's what we said. Rolling out, it's very difficult to get a little bit of arm strength behind that ball. You need to have a really good arm if you're going to throw it on the run with no feet set. You can't set your back foot to try and get a little bit more zip on the ball. So even though he was open, across your body kind of throw, moving with it, it's really difficult. You need a lot of torque to throw it to even get in the end zone.
So it'll be a 44-yard attempt for Oslo Rigby. Kick is up. And it looked no good. So the score will remain 7-7 here, and really felt like the Lancers could have capitalized right there, but they just can't.
Yeah, these are the missed opportunities, the mistakes that might come back to bite them. Missing out on 3 points, 10-7, you kick it off. Now Chiefs about the 30-yard line.
The Panthers 27-yard line.
So it's going to be very, this defense needs to hold. You killed a lot of time off the clock, but now you got to hold, get the ball back quickly, and just try to score, and then before half, and then score again once half's over.
That would have been Oslo Rigby's longest of the season, his longest currently being 40. He was 3 for 3 on the season on field goal attempts, now 3 for 4. Vermontes lines up, going to hand it off. Oh, and what a good move by Bozeman. And he breaks through the defense into the secondary, down past midfield.
Great move, like you said, just to avoid the tackle and just try to turn on the burners. Shoestring tackled, barely. I see a replay of it.
Yeah, and also got a block there. Great combination of speed and agility right there from Bozeman.
Dylan Beasley on the tackle.
Again, they'll keep it on the ground. Now he's down. After just a short gain. Surprised Bozeman still in there. Surprised he's not tired after that huge run.
Yeah. And when you run and you get tired, all of a sudden it could be fatigue. And fatigue can make it easier to get hit, and then all of a sudden a fumble, a turnover.
Again, they'll keep it with the hot hand, and this one's going to get pushed back behind the line of scrimmage. He was met by number 3, that looks like Eli Moulton, the safety.
Injured player on the field.
Got an injured Chaffey player.
The snack bar is open here.
Let's talk about what needs to happen for each team to win. So how do you see the Lancers, maybe trying to, how do you think they're going to try to win this game? How do you think they're going to win it?
The run game is working, for now, but I really think they need to develop that passing game. I'd really like to see maybe Taylor get back in this game. I think he was having great success before that interception. There's also been some miscues that they had, especially with Mascalino's 2 throws that could have potentially, led to something big. And that play in the end zone, I don't know if you noticed, but Flip Fox completely broke his defender's ankles. He was all alone in the end zone. Mascalino was just unable to come up with that throw. So I think they need to start getting that passing game working.
I also think the defense of the Lancers still needs to try to hold. As you've seen, being off the field for a while maybe can help rejuvenate them. But now it's like I don't want to say make or break time because it's still halftime, but right here is a big play. If they get into position, they could kill the clock, kick a field goal, and all of a sudden you're down going to halftime.
Yeah, really need a stop here. Can't let Chaffey score. If they start to get that momentum going into halftime, that's not going to be great. The Lancers will get the ball, though, to start the second half. Viramontes lines up, takes the snap, looking to throw. He's going to fire over the middle. Just out of reach of the outstretched hand of Brumfield.
Really risky play, really good defense. Brumfield just barely maybe able to tap it to stop it from going to where it was intended. Good defense. They brought a little bit of pressure as you see a replay.
Yeah, just past that hand. Brumfield doesn't have an interception on the season. He's got 1 sack. Guy Pulley has an interception. Kaden Bailey has an interception. Brumfield still yet to join the interception party. This one recovered at about the 8-yard line, able to make a couple men miss and brought down just by the 15-yard line. So at the 15-yard line, the Lancers will gain possession here with 5 minutes and 33 seconds left to go in the half.
This is where you gotta move. You have to try maybe even a little bit of trickery. Maybe a little trick play can help you maybe get back at this game. Maybe even line up with both Micah Mendoza and Muhammad Mali in the backfield. Maybe try a little bit of trickery.
Looks like just Mendoza is back out there for the Lancers. And Taylor comes back out to replace Mascalino. So far, Taylor's 6 for 10, 112 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. During Mascalino's short time in, 2 for 5, 10 yards. So they'll run this ball. Not going to get much there. Looks like they might have been tackled after no gain, maybe a loss.
Seems like Chaffey's ready for that run game. Like you said, you can't rely on the run game forever. You have to make more passes. Besides the 2 really big plays for both these teams' defenses have been really locking their offenses up. So unless there's like a big second half adjustment, this game is probably going to be very low scoring, under 40 total points most likely. So we will see what happens.
Yeah, the Lancers not really living up to that 49 points per game that they came into this game averaging. But I mean, you look at the defense of Chaffey and, you know, it's understandable. Looking to throw here. They're going to fire over to the far sideline. Oh, and a big hit on the receiver. That one's just shy of a yard to gain.
You know, that big hit could have knocked him back, but instead the Chaffey defender decided to grab, I believe that's number 15.
That's Josh Soto.
Yeah, they grabbed Soto and he pulled him forward, giving him some extra yards. So that could also come back to bite you. These little mistakes end up adding up over time.
Taylor will hand this one off. Mendoza able to bounce this one out, able to make a man miss, and he's tackled after a gain of about 10 yards.
Good job. Saw it up the middle when it instead of bouncing the outside. Beat the outside edge setters, trying to stop them from doing that, as you see on the replay. Good move to just get maybe some more yardage, and a big hit by 15, Lamar Gray, at the end of that play.
Yeah, Lamar Gray leads the team in total tackles and assists coming into this game. Also saw, some contact early from Ryan Woods. Didn't, quite get the solo tackle, but did a good job of getting hands on his knees and slowing Mendoza down. Taylor looking to throw. That one off the hands of his intended receiver. That was just Sean Phillips. That was his second target of the game.
Very lucky that ball was moving forward and is counted as an incomplete pass, because otherwise, if that ball was maybe even like an inch or two more back, that's a fumble. All of a sudden, it could be a fumble 6, and now the momentum's starting to go into Chaffey's direction.
Yeah. Also could have been potentially an interception. Stood in the air quite a little bit of time. So second and long here. Lancers look towards their sideline. You see a little bit of shaking here from the fans. And that one complete over on the sideline. Not going to be enough for the first down, however.
Sean Phillips, as you saw, with the almost failed screen pass, could have turned catastrophic. Little comeback, little route. So it seems like these Chaffey defenders are playing back, which means you can have these little passes, but you have to be careful with those little passes. If you get too comfortable, all of a sudden, if they recognize they can come in, swoop in, interception, and they can run it for a long way back.
Clock about to hit. 3 minutes left to go here. Taylor looks to throw, fires, and that one's complete for the first down and out of bounds. Again, complete to Josh Soto.
That moves the chains. This is what we were saying. They need to get this passing game going, and so far they are. Now, you have the 2-minute warning plus your 2 timeouts. You can still run this clock, but I think they want to get past midfield into Chaffey territory to even attempt to try to drain and milk this clock down.
Yeah, that was a similar completion to the previous one to Soto, just an out route right there, good for a first down. Taylor is set to get the snap. They're going to run the ball here. This one able to get into that secondary, and that's good for a gain of about 6.
Molly taking the snap, taking the ball, and he almost got hit in the backfield. Which very lucky that he didn't. He was able to make something out of nothing. That's going to be probably the common little phrase of today, as you see here.
We got some whistles here as we take a look at the replay. So the 2-minute timeout, these teams going to regroup. Lancers got 2 minutes here to score before the half.
You have, okay, so now you've used the 2-minute timeout. Now you have 2 extra timeouts. Get into field goal range and have Rigby have redemption.
Taking a look at the nice crescent moon here.
Yep, and there's going to be a free outdoor concert. Yeah, there's going to be music in the air, and it's free. Head over to the west patio by the CA building for free outdoor concerts every Tuesday and Thursday at noon. This Tuesday, enjoy the jazz combos directed by David Tall, and on Thursday, check out the jazz guitar ensemble directed by Stephen Cotter. It's a waning gibbous.
Is it? No, is that not a crescent moon?
That's technically, it's called the waning gibbous.
Oh, our crescent moon's gibbous?
Yep, apparently.
Oh, I didn't. I thought they were like their own thing.
I don't know. The moon phases are weird, man.
Still, sky starting to get darker earlier here as we head into the fall season. We're already in the fall season, but as it gets later and later into autumn. Still doesn't really feel like it, though. A bit hot earlier today. Still waiting for that fall weather to hit us in the middays instead of just in the late afternoons.
Yeah, but with fall comes football, and we have a good one here.
Lancers out at about midfield. Taylor takes the snap. He's going to throw. And this one's a complete screen pass. Just nearly tackled there, and there's flags on the play. That was complete. It's number 8, Barone.
They let the play go forward, so I don't assume this is a false start.
Illegal block in the back at number 6. There it was. You can see it on the tight end. Muniz kind of pushed that defender to the ground.
You can't have this if you're the Lancers. You need to get some points on the board before going into half. So now, I don't know if you can do another screenplay because the block in the back may kind of linger. So now I expect, I guess, air raid, sort of. You just try to get one over the top.
Only 1 minute and 43 seconds here left to go in the half. Looking to throw. He's going to fire towards the sideline and just out of reach and off the hands of his intended receiver.
It was a good out route, a little bit high on the throw. So a little bit more difficult for I believe that was
intended for Muniz.
Yeah, Muniz to try to make the catch. So you still have another down to work with. And even if you don't get it, you can still try to punt and pin them deep into their own territory.
Got to expect a throw here on a big 3rd down, 3rd and 16. Taylor, 134 yards so far in the first half. Dropping back, he's going to fire short and just off the hands of the receiver, Jordan Rodriguez.
That could have been a really, really big play right there. These little miscues that are happening. There's the barely out of reach passes, the off the hands, almost catches. These can come back to bite both teams. So now the punt's going to come out, and 1:30 for this Chaffey team to try to drive down the field.
So the punt is up. It'll take a bounce and into the hands of the return man. And he'll be tackled at about the 25-yard line.
That was wide receiver Corey Cabrielis on the return. So that's their starting wide receiver. That's like their #1 guy.
Yeah, returning player. He came into this game with 21 receptions. He was leading the team in that category. 3 touchdowns, 237 yards. Second on the team in yards to Nehemiah Harrison.
38-yard punt by Rigby.
So now this Lancers team needs to bear down on defense.
Yeah, Cabrielis, only 1 reception on the night for 2 yards. Montez will hand it off up the middle. Now to bring up second down.
It looked like they were playing man coverage there, as you saw with the motion and as the linebacker followed. So I understand playing man now, you can't really afford to give up really big plays. Chaffey with 2 timeouts and a very explosive offense, you can't afford to do that. The problem with running man is that if one guy gets beat down deep, big play.
That one a short pass and tackled. Looks to be shy of the yard to gain. That was complete to Cabrielis.
That was those little comebacks, little call routes. Surprised that Cabrielis held on to it, getting hit after.
Should be about a 3rd and 4. That one a slow short pass. He's just going to get swallowed up by that Lancers defense. Not sure he had the line to gain either.
Well, this was the stand as Pasadena takes a timeout to maybe make some magic happen. Put Fox back there to return, as that ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage.
That's why it came out slow. I think Lancers might be trying to play things aggressive here on 4th down, and I really like this play call by head coach Robert Tucker to take the timeout here, give himself enough time. You might not score, but you do have that potential to maybe kick a field goal.
Yeah, even a blocked punt would be so big for the Lancers, giving them another opportunity with 1 timeout and probably roughly about 17, maybe 15 seconds. That's maybe like an out route timeout, and you can take 1 shot of the end zone. If that doesn't work, you still kick your field goal because you're still pretty close.
In a game of this magnitude, you really expect Coach Tucker to kind of use all the cards he has up his sleeve, play this aggressively, and I really like that call. At practice earlier this week, heard him talking to his guys, and he sounded passionate about this game. There's a lot of guys on this team that were here last year that were there for the loss in the championship bowl for the American division. And he was firing them up, and there's a lot of guys that really want this win.
It seems like Coach Tucker's going to be very aggressive, but Chaffey so far hasn't been. On 4th and short, they haven't tried their offense, they tried the punt team, so maybe that is also a factor.
Rodriguez back to return. He's standing just shy of about the 45-yard line of the Lancers. This one up. Looks like they're just going to let them down it. This one taking pretty good bounces and back inside the 10. Wow, what a punt. Got some great bounces there.
It took a Chaffey roll, as what they would say. That ball probably landed around like the 30, the 20-yard line, and it just bounced and just gave Chaffey, it gave the Lancers less of a field, or actually more of a field to have to overcome. So I don't expect anything, just a run, just to chill out the clock, go into halftime, prepare mentally, and come back out and maybe try to make something happen.
Yeah, so the big punt kind of eliminates any chances or any what we thought would be attempts of the Lancers to play it aggressively. Like you mentioned, probably just going to keep it on the ground here. Send us into halftime, 10 seconds left to go. Looks like they're just going to let the clock run down. at about 5 seconds right now, and that'll end the first half of play. The score at the end of the first half, 7-7. Lancers scored 7 in the first quarter. Chaffey able to respond with 7 in the second quarter.
And this is only the third quarter that the Lancers haven't scored any points, I believe. So, both teams, added 1 to that counter.
So we're going to take a quick break. We're going to head to commercial here, and then we'll come back and we'll take a look at the Pasadena City College Band. So in the first half, Lancers scored in the first quarter. They scored on the first play of the game. Unable to score since then. Chaffey scored in the second quarter. We got a 7-7 game.
Yeah, like you said earlier before we came on air, that this game was going to be very defensive. It's going to be, honestly, just a slow, burner. And it's lived up to what you said it would be.
Yeah, both of these defenses just so powerful, able to be limiting these offenses, which come into this game with a high point per game, numbers, and they've just been shutting each other down. So interesting to see what happens in the second half of play.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. Both teams on offense need to make adjustments to the defenses. Those defenses just need to keep playing very stout as they have been. So it's going to be very interesting to see what second half adjustments both of these teams make.
So far, it's been a big game for Flip Fox. He's got 4 receptions, 110 yards. His longest was 76 yards. That was good for the touchdown. Really going to want him to get the ball him more.
Yes, and I'm surprised that Chaffey hasn't really been doubling him. So maybe that can allow more opportunities for Flip Fox to get open if they're not doubling him.
And we're going to take a look at the Lancers marching band here at halftime.
Starting out with our launch back.
Okay, we're gonna rewrite balance. Shoot. Are we still recording? I have no idea. Doesn't matter. You're live on? You're right, we are. Let's go.
Music video before U.S. audiences would even go. It was a good investment for the group Aw and Take On Me. City College Lancers.
We're going to throw it really quick to a player package we made by the student, made by Iris Wang, about Mo Molly and Micah Mendoza. So take a look. Very interesting.
It be hard to watch a cash when the van keep dropping. Got to be at 4 on soon the pants keep falling. It be hard to understand because my jaw keep locking.
I ain't even trying to talk cause my jaw keep locking. She ain't trying to be a freak, but them bands keep popping. Still caught up in the streets and the fence still knocking. It be hard to understand me, my jaw keep locking.
It be hard to understand because my jaw keep locking.
Like that.
Indy. Go. I'm trying to make it look When are you doing it? Huh? Tomorrow? Thursday? She just. I wasn't here. I was all the way over there. Damn.
Who's that on?
What you trying to do?
I'm like a different in front of
Yeah, literally.
Hello. I'm Mohammed.
I'm Micah Mendoza.
I'm 20 years old. I'm from Las Vegas. I play running back here.
Running back, 20 years old, from Hollywood, but now I claim Pasadena.
My favorite all-time running back is probably Marshawn Lynch.
All-time favorite running backs, I have a few, but I'll go with Marshawn Lynch first, and then Adrian Peterson second. Yeah. This bag is hard to open. I dropped one.
Alright, in the game, the funniest trash talk
Was
probably, "You look pretty."
someone told me I stink once, but like, we're playing football, so like, of course we're gonna stink. So it was probably that. It stinks.
I could definitely take on, like,
I think one-on-one, I can handle an ostrich.
maybe a bobcat.
Yeah, ostrich. I'll go for the neck. That's me.
This right here is Micah Mendoza. You could tell it's Micah by, like, the long torso.
So Mo has really big arms, but like, his legs need some more developing, so I made his legs small. And then his little mustache and goatee are his standout features.
My favorite moment here,
I think I gotta go back to last year.
scoring my first touchdown or playing in a bowl game.
Cause last year I hurdled somebody and everyone got hype. And yeah, I still think about that moment a lot.
I just got tackled, like, out in the open.
I scored actually.
I wasn't satisfied with that.
It looked like I was gonna get tackled because this big corner came down trying to tackle me.
I was a little bit upset.
I like hit him on my shoulder, and like he fell on his back really hard, and I basically trucked him, and then I scored after. So yeah, it was a cool little play.
Whenever I look up in the stands and, like, see my family, like, I know I'm here for, like, a reason, and I just gotta ball out, play hard every snap.
So that's my family. That's my little bro, and my pops is in the red, and my little bro's right here. That was his first football game he went to, and yeah, he said he liked it, so I hope he comes to more.
I get called Mo the GOAT because I guess I'm the GOAT.
Why do you call yourself the next Isaac Glover?
I don't think I ever said that personally, but he was a great running back, so I'm trying to live up like him. He was a good running back, so yeah.
Make sure you're good on the sideline. Make sure you're good behind the white.
Any girl that would be with you would be lucky.
Thank you, bro. Get that right. I'm gonna put my helmet on. I feel insecure now.
Flex.
Look short. Was it Eli? That had me crying.
Why you said our last question?
What?
That was hilarious.
Because that's how Daniel told me about you.
The next Isaac Glover is crazy.
Welcome back as we get set for the second half of play here from Pasadena. Score 7-7. Lancers going to come and look out to attack here.
Yep, you got to try to pass the ball. You know, you have to try to keep on the running game. And now we have some stats. For Chaffey, you know, score 7, they have 125 total yards. 82 of those have been passing, 43 have been rushing. They're 1 for 6 with third downs, and they have 1 penalty for 5 yards.
Yeah, that third down conversion, you know, efficiency is, I think, a really notable stat. 8 for 11 compared to 1 for 6. Pasadena's just been converting those third downs a lot more. Chaffey, just that big one scoring play has kind of been the thorn in the side of the Lancers, so to speak.
Yep, and as you see, the total yards, they almost have doubled the total yards of Chaffey. So it seems like this game, it's just been very unlucky for the Lancers and how they only have 7 points. So hopefully the second half, that luck turns around for the Lancers. and Chaffey is hoping that the luck stays on their side.
And coming into this game, Chaffey only had one quarter where they were held scoreless. They were held scoreless in the first quarter of this game. That puts them at 2. And Pasadena was only held scoreless in 2 quarters coming into this game. They were held scoreless in the second, so they move up to 3 scoreless innings. So we get set here for kickoff. That one kind of short, brought in, and he's going to get past the defender and brought down just shy of the 35-yard line.
As we were talking about, it's all about the passing game, the running game, and it's just going to take a lot for it to happen.
Here we see the offense of Pasadena coming out. They deferred in the beginning of the game, so they'll get the ball here.
I would assume they're going to come out, as with Taylor and Mendoza, is probably going to be another run play, which they haven't strayed away from the run.
Taylor at quarterback. Started the game, came out, and then came back in towards the end of the first half. Here we see a late player running on. That looked like number 8 of the Lancers. That was Barone. We get a timeout. There's a flag on the play. We'll see which one they call first. I think they're going to let them get the time off. No, they're going to charge them with a delay of game, so they couldn't quite get the timeout in time.
Well, that's not a good start out of halftime. You know, you want to try to set the momentum. Instead, you get pushed back 5 yards, and it's hard enough to gain yards just in football in general, but now you're starting 5 yards back more, which hopefully they'll be able to get the first down and move the chains. But otherwise, like, these little mistakes, these little things that are happening are going to add up in the end.
So far on the game, 134 yards passing for Caden Taylor. He's 9 for 16. He's got a touchdown, but he's also got that interception. That would have put them ahead 14, potentially, to 7 if it wasn't picked off at the goal line.
Even still, with the interception, even if they don't get the touchdown, if it's a field goal and, you know, Rigby makes the field goal from earlier, it's right now, it'd be 13-7. And you have a chance to drive down the field to make it, you know, either 16-7, 20-7. So right now, this offense has missed out on 6 to 10 points, and right now it could be a much different game. But you know, you're in the hole you're in. You still got to fight, and I believe this team has what it takes to break out of the mini slump I guess they're in.
So it looks like they're going to charge the Lancers with the timeout. Not going to charge them with the penalty, so still a 1st and 10. Not going to move them back any further. Taylor going to give it to the running back. That's Mendoza, and he's going to break for a gain of about 4 or 5.
That's what I said with the run game. We kind of knew out of the halftime they're probably going to start running the ball again because they want to keep Chaffey's offense off the field, as we've been saying. And the Lancers have the players to come off the bench or the sideline and make the same results.
Haven't seen the Lancers line up with 2 running backs. It's been consistently 1 running back, either Mendoza or Molly. Again, they're going to keep it on the ground. Taylor took off with it. We're going to see if they mark this a 1st down. I believe he did get it.
Good play call. You know, you have the option to just hand it off, and it looked like I believe it was a linebacker that came in, blitzed, eyes gunning on Mendoza, and Taylor saw that, kept it, and got the 1st down. Good job with the running game. This is what they got to do. That's the 2nd run now in a row.
That was Taylor's 1st rush of the game. He came into this game with 69 rushing yards in total. He's going to throw over the middle, and what a great catch by his receiver.
I believe that was Josh Baron.
That was Jordan Rodriguez, number 2. What a great catch, able to get his hands up there and grab it over the middle of the field.
Yeah, even though the throw was maybe a little bit behind him, still he was just able to get his body around, turn, catch it, hold on to the ball, and then get maybe a yard or 2 after.
That's his 4th reception of the game so far. He's tied now for the lead in the game with Flip Fox, both at 4 apiece, except Fox has a touchdown and 110 yards Rodriguez working his way up. He's got 24. He'll keep it on the ground. This one up the middle. And Mendoza fighting for extra yards. That's good for a first down and then some.
Like we've been saying, the rushing game for this Lancers team is really good. Their offensive line is really good. And you see what the running game into the second level, just able to get more big rush plays.
Take a look at this one more time. Up the middle. Man, talk about that offensive line. Really gave him space to work with, right? And this is a great offensive line coming into this game. Only 2 sacks allowed in the entire season. And still not a sack on, a Lancers quarterback in this game. And Chaffey leads the CCC AA coming in this game with 15 sacks. Looks like he's going to keep it again, and he's going to get tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
This time they were ready for that read option. They had the extra backer being like, okay, if they hand it off, we have him. If they keep it, we have him. So good play call from Chaffey to just try to contain this run from the Lancers. If I was Chaffey, I'd start putting in maybe a 4th defensive lineman instead of just rucking your 3 that you usually do. But we'll see how it'll work if they keep sticking with their 3 down linemen.
I think you're right. You can see, looks like they have 4 down there. Chaffey sends 4. They'll keep it on the ground. He's going to get met behind the line of scrimmage. He's driven out of bounds. And there's a flag. It looks like it might have been a late hit, unnecessary roughness.
That'll push him up hopefully 15 yards. You can't do that. If they're already out of bounds, you can't hit them. So, again, these mistakes, we've seen them. We've seen missed passes. We've seen interceptions. We've seen, questionable decision making. Now penalties on top of that. These little things add up over time, and that is what's going to cost one of these teams a win, barring an overtime tie.
There's Mali on the carry. We'll see if this penalty pushes them into the red zone.
Personal foul. Defense, number 7, late hit out of bounds. Penalty being half the distance to the goal, automatic first down.
Penalty on Pierce. We'll take a look at this one more time. The defensive back.
So the 2-yard loss of the carry and the 15-yard penalty.
Drove him out of bounds. It was that little tug, that little shove to the ground when he was already well past the white that caught the eye of the referee.
Yeah, you can't do that, and that's the penalty for it. So now this Chaffey defense needs to try to hold after just a little mental error right there.
So Lancers now within striking distance of the end zone. Taylor motions the back. It's Mendoza in. A little bit of a messy snap. He's going to fire towards the end zone. And that's caught for the Lancers. Touchdown. Pass was complete to number 6. That's Devin Muniz, the tight end. Had a touchdown last week, and he's got one tonight.
Back-to-back games with a touchdown. Tight ends are a quarterback's best friend. Even with the snap being a little messy, you're still able to get inside the defender and just able to make something happen. And that's a big touchdown in this game that could really turn the tides.
Yeah, this is a team that likes to throw to those bigger guys in the end zone, and at 6'5", 230, Muniz is a unit.
This is what the Lancers did in the first half when they got the ball first. It was that big play to Flip Fox, but now it's a little bit of just chipping away, and here's a replay of it.
Take a look at this one more time, and just such a big receiver, right? So strong, able to stay strong in the catch and in the tackle and hold on to that one.
Also, it's very difficult for safety, Corey Davis, maybe not as big as units, but it's also just, mismatches. That's what the Lancers are playing on, mismatches. Safeties tend to be smaller and tight ends tend to be bigger, and a little bit in that mismatch ends up causing problems for Chaffey. Now let's see how they're going to respond. I'd assume more running, kind of like a Lancer playing style.
So Muniz now with 2 touchdowns on the season. Like I mentioned earlier, picked up one against Victor Valley. He's got one tonight now. What a great way from Taylor to, to bounce back after that interception and start off the second half with a touchdown drive. Here's a big kick. That one ranged in just in front of the goal line. Taking this one up the middle. Looks like he's going to get swarmed out at about the 30-yard line. So pretty decent starting field position for Chaffey here in their first drive of the second half.
Yeah, you know, having good field positioning is good, but if you can't do anything with the field positioning that you're given, it's going to be very tough to win games. This Chaffey offense has been kind of ice cold since that big play, and even before that big play, they were really ice cold. I believe the defense won't let up another big play, as we've seen from both of them. They haven't really let up another big play, so it's going to be a slow burn. It's going to be short yardage, most likely.
Definitely one that these Lancer players, especially on the defense, a lot of returners have had circled on their calendar all season long. This one a rushing play. This one won't really go anywhere. That'll bring up second down.
Brumfield back there to help stop the running back from trying to go outside. He makes him cut inside, and that's where all the big bodies are. The trenches, that's where the trenches are in the run are fought and won. So good job by Brumfield to help secure that edge.
Yeah, Brumfield finished last year with 57 tackles, 3.5 sacks, and 2 interceptions. That was good for a first-team All-Pacific League honors. Looking to throw here. They're going to fire pretty deep, and that one's going to get dropped.
In and out of the hands of the Hyman Harrison, one of the returners, as you mentioned before. So, you know, an experienced player, you know, he had the Lancers beat right there. Unfortunately, just couldn't come down with the catch. So let's see how we're going to respond. What's their next, you know, option? They're still going to throw it after being stuck in the run? I would assume most likely.
Yeah, and he's a great receiver for that team, and he was pretty wide open. He had about 5, maybe 7 yards between him and the closest defender. You know, leads the team in receiving yards and touchdowns, has one tonight. Just couldn't come up with that one. They'll keep it on the ground. That's Bozeman, able to work his way over to the outside. Looks like he'll get tackled just in front of that line to gain, and that'll be good for a Chaffey first down.
Deciding to run there is very it's a very surprising move, and it works out because the Lancers kind of predicted pass, so they weren't ready for the physical, you know, blocking of the run. So good play call from Chaffey right there.
First down, again to Bozeman. He'll be brought down for a gain of about 5.
You see, now Chaffey's starting to, you know, try to use the running to try to maybe keep their offense out on the field as long as they can, to maybe try to stop, you know, how the Lancers have been kind of using their offense to try to slow burn. Maybe they're trying to do the same thing to them.
Yeah, Bozeman getting the bulk of the rushes here. He's got 10 attempts for 57 yards so far. Again, he'll get the ball. He's going to get stuffed and met at the line of scrimmage by this Lancers defense. That's 94, Julius Ray, another returning player.
Yeah, he's essentially right now he's getting the bulk of the carries, and that could be both good and bad. Right now, I believe it's 11 for 56, so you know, about like 5 yards a carry. So overall, if he can like still keep doing that, I think Chaffey can keep in this game. But right now, they need a big conversion on 3rd and 5.
Yeah, that tackle was Julius Ray. He finished with 9.5 sacks last season. That was good for second in the CCC AA. Just a big force on this defensive line. Rolling out, fires over the middle. That was going to come up incomplete.
Looks like Chaffey wants a flag for the little bit of a late tackle there. But overall, you know, a rollout play, you know, they tried. Unfortunately, it was thrown behind the intended receiver, which was Cabrielis. So Chaffey doesn't convert on the 3rd down. As we've seen, it's been a repeating theme. I believe they're now 1 for 7 on 3rd down. Actually, no, they're 2 for 8. They're 2 for 7 on 3rd down. So now they're going to punt again, and let's see what happens.
Looks like Rodriguez back there to return. And Idric Carmichael. This one's up towards Carmichael. He'll call for the fair catch. Carmichael, last week in Victor Valley, had his first pick of the season. Nearly had a pick today earlier in the first quarter, just couldn't come up with it. But
34-yard punt, no return.
Key piece of the defense. Finished with 7 interceptions last season. That's tied for first in all of California.
Carmichael, a very great corner, very valuable player to this defense, and he's facing Chaffey again. So maybe there's also a little bit of, like, I want to get, my revenge from last year. I want to beat them now. So now this offense is going to come on the field and most likely try to just ground and pound again.
So they'll send Taylor back out. Capped off that last drive with a touchdown, looking to see what he can do here. They'll feed it to the back. And this one's going to get met and pushed back at the line of scrimmage. No gain there.
Yeah, Chaffey is now, they're seeing the run more from the Lancers, and they're kind of adjusting to it. I think the second half adjustments have really helped them, as we saw. Like the passing play, like the play we scored a touchdown on, that was a passing play. So overall, I think they're starting to adjust more to the run.
There you see head coach Robert Tucker, also the defensive coordinator, talking with his guys. The snap, and this one will keep it on the ground, up the middle, and just shy of the yard to gain. That'll bring up 3rd down and short.
Another good run. Even though Chaffey is preparing for it, they still have a difficult time stopping it, just how physical both Micah Mendoza and Muhammad Mali can be. So even though it's coming, it's still very difficult to stop them.
Mendoza approaching that 100-yard mark. He's at 86 so far on the night. He's got 16 attempts. Taylor gets the snap. Again, they'll keep it with Mendoza, and he'll break through the middle, and he's headed to the 40, the 30. Makes a man miss, got a blocker, and he's taken down just past the 30-yard line. What a rush, what a break.
Well, he got his 100 yards on the night. Again, just good blocking from the O-line to allow him to get to the second level, and he turned on the boosters just to try to make it all the way, try to make a house call. He got tackled, but still, now this puts him in field positioning, as here's the replay of that incredible run.
Take a look at this one more time. Up the middle, again, the offensive line giving him a hole. Able to find it and able to hit it, needed a block. Got tackled by 3 guys. This one's overpassed to the corner and taken out of bounds, and Jordan Rodriguez appears to be hurt.
Wow, after that incredible run, they try to hurry up, and unfortunately, fatigue, having to run all the way down the field to like get it set and then having to run again, there's probably a little bit of fatigue going on there. So unfortunate that he's down.
Looks to be something in the leg, maybe the knee. Jordan Rodriguez, the knee never a good place to see a player grabbing at.
Yeah, that's one of the worst places you can be grabbing at. But now let's talk about second half adjustments that you've seen so far.
I mean, I think Caden Taylor, especially on that first drive, was playing exceptionally well. They're doing a great job throwing, and they're continuing to run the ball great. We saw that big run by Mendoza. Anything you noticed?
I noticed that their offensive line, is still doing a great job, but it feels like they have a little bit extra in them. They're holding the blocks more for the running, and they seem to know the defense that Chaffey's running, and they seem to just be able to just adjust to it.
Yeah, so we saw Rodriguez walking on his own power, so that's a good sign. Not in on this play, though. As Taylor gets set for the snap. Takes the snap. They'll stay with the run game. This one just ends short of the goal line. That'll bring up 3rd down.
Molly on that one, he put his head down trying to truck through the defender. Unfortunately, couldn't do that. So now you have another chance to maybe run the ball, or to maybe you see Flip Fox is kind of isolated up there against number 14 of Chaffey. So maybe you could try that one-on-one to him.
It'll be 2nd down now, 2nd and 3rd here. Again, they'll keep it on the ground, this time with Caden Taylor. And again, he's met just shy of the goal line.
If I'm the Lancers here, you could also run it again, or you can do something kind of risky and do a little bit of a play action. Have Flip Fox come in on a slant, as we've seen, because he can break the corner's ankles. If he can do that, and you have the other receiver with him take an out route, he can be wide open for an easy touchdown.
3rd and 4th now. Lancers trying to punch it in after the big breaking run by Micah Mendoza. Taylor will keep the ball, and he'll find his way into the end zone for the Lancers touchdown. That's Caden Taylor on the run.
Great job. He couldn't get it in the first time he tried it. Now the second time, he knew what to do. He decided to cut it up and drive, kind of lunge forward towards the goal line, and now a touchdown. And now it's 20-7, barring the extra point. So we will see now how Chaffey's going to respond. Now down kind of big.
That's Taylor's 6th touchdown of the season. He threw one earlier that put him at 3 throwing touchdowns. He's now got 3 rushing touchdowns on the season. Kick is good. The score will move to 21-7. Lancers up 2 scores here in the second half.
And 2 kind of quick scores, I would say. It seems like this team, after halftime, is like, okay, you know what? We have to do something different, or we have to just perform a little bit better. We can beat these guys. And so far, they have this battle of, you know, essentially the immovable object and the unstoppable force. It seems like the Lancers are winning.
Yeah, great job of Caden Taylor, you know, really controlling that drive and controlling this game. And speaking of Taylor, after this game, stay tuned. We have another player package this time featuring Caden Taylor, not something you're going to want to miss. Home crowd showing their Lancers some love. So they're up here against almost a rival. They're not necessarily rivals, not in the same conference as we mentioned earlier. Chaffey in the American Metro, Pasadena in the American Pacific. Still the same division. It just goes back to last year and goes back quite a while. Pasadena hasn't beaten Chaffey since 1997. It's been a long time. Here's a big kick. This one into the end zone. And he'll take it out of the end zone. Able to make a couple men miss. And he'll drag this one out to about the 15-yard line.
You did mention how, as there's multiple whistles being blown, it seems like a little bit of a scuffle afterwards, and a flag has been thrown.
We'll see who they call this one on. I'm guessing it might be Chaffey, maybe holding, blocking the back, something like that.
Maybe. So as we await the call, as you mentioned, Lancers haven't beat Chaffey since 1997. You know, some streaks were broken today. You know, Vanderbilt earlier today beat Alabama for the first time since 1984. So maybe.
So it will be an illegal block in the back on Chaffey. So this is just going to help the Lancers. That'll be the 3rd penalty against Chaffey in this game.
Yeah, like I was saying, you know, today has been like the day of, you know, breaking streaks. So hopefully the Lancers today can break the streak of not beating Chaffey since 1997.
Yeah, and this is a team that, you know, especially wants it more than maybe years prior. They lost to Chaffey twice last year, once during the regular season at Chaffey, and then once in that bowl game against Chaffey at Chaffey.
Yeah, it's a revenge story today, and so far it's going the Lancers' way.
So Chaffey pinned within their own 5-yard line. They're going to pass this one to the open receiver along the sideline. You know, come down with that before finding his way out of bounds. That was number 2. That's Cabriales.
Great throw, just barely over the head of the defender, just able to make the catch, and then just get some extra yardage, move the chains, try to not get pinned in your own end zone. So far, they're doing good.
Firamontes still to break that 100-yard mark here. They'll keep it on the ground. That one broken up after about a yard.
Chaffey is still trying to run the ball, trying to get, you know, like it's just a star running back Bozeman into the game. But at this point, you're down 2 scores. It seems like the Lancers have the momentum. You have to try to make big plays happen. You need maybe like start chipping, maybe start doing trickery, but you need something to change if you're Chaffey.
Firamontes, 93 yards in this game. He's got 1 touchdown still, trying to break through 100. Looking to throw here. Looks like he's going to make it over 100 as that one's complete, again to Cabriales.
this is what Chaffey's doing. It's another, little comeback route. You've seen a lot of those today because these two defenses, they kind of like to play a little bit more off instead of trying to press. So they're more susceptible to those little curls, those comebacks. So great play calling from both sides.
Taking a look at Taylor on the sideline. Remember, we got that special player package coming up after the game, so stay tuned. Looking to throw here. Fire nearly picked off and nearly tipped. We got a flag in. I think it's defensive pass interference.
Yes, I believe that the defender did just right before the receiver was able to try to attempt to make the catch, just a little bit early. So unfortunately, that's going to be a spot penalty, which means they move the chains. It's an automatic first down. So it's essentially like Chaffey got a reception instead of the penalty.
Yeah, Viramontes, after that last pass, he's now at 103 yards on the night. So the penalty will go against Eli Moulton, safety for Pasadena. And, this isn't a defensive secondary that gets penalties a lot. Throughout these games, we haven't really seen a whole lot of, defensive PIs or anything against these defensive backs.
Yeah, it just happened to happen right there. So let's see how they respond with it.
Saw Eli Moulton earlier in this game disrupt a run play at the line of scrimmage. So keep it on the ground. He's met after a gain of about 4.
Now you're starting to see a little bit more of Bozeman, trying to just get through. He's getting a little bit more yards than he was earlier. So that way they're trying to open up the passing game with all this running.
Second and 5 now. Looking to throw here. And that one's caught on the seam route. Makes a man miss a tackle. And he's going to walk this one into the end zone for the Chaffey touchdown.
That one was just another one of those big plays that Chaffey does. What they needed, it was a little bit of a play action, sort of fake the handoff to the running back. And Cabrielis just was open. And again, just open, made another play. So now this team, Chaffey, is really back in it. They need one more stop and another score, and all of a sudden we have another tied ball game on our hands.
Cabrielis building himself a pretty good night so far. He's got 5 receptions, 82 yards, and now a touchdown. And the kick gets blocked by the Lancers defense. It's still on the ground and rolling. And they take it out to about the 15, but big turn of events there, a block by the special teams.
That is very big, especially if Chaffey has to make a game-winning drive. Even if they get it, let's say theoretically both teams score another touchdown to kick the extra point. It'd be 28-20. You get a touchdown if you're Chaffey, it's 26-20. You have to go for 2, and at that point, if it's super late in the game, that will be the game. So that is a huge blocked extra point for the Lancers that might come back to haunt Chaffey. We will see as this game further unravels.
Yeah, what a play. Yeah, like you said, if they score, they're going to have to go for 2 if they want to tie it up. Not really sure who made that block. I heard Izzy Duncan's name get thrown out there. I heard Idrick Carmichael, 2 returning guys.
This game is so far being determined by these little mistakes, the interception, the missed field goal, now this mixed extra point, just unable to, not going for it on 4th down. So we will see how all these little things add up in the final box score of this game.
So Chaffey set to kick off now, score 21-13 after the touchdown and missed PAT. Looks like Flip Fox is back there to return. Flip Fox, a great returner for the Lancers. Mali will return this one instead. Nearly trips himself up there. Able to get past the 20. Now at the 30. He's got 2 men to beat. And he's taken down just shy of midfield. What a great return by Mali.
What a great return by Molly. Almost housed it. Number 30 on the defensive. Thankfully for Chaffey, stopped them. Stopped Molly from returning it. But overall, a really great return. And now this is great field positioning for the Lancers. This is not what you want to happen if you're Chaffey. So now it's going to be, as we see a replay, a very big defensive stand for Chaffey.
Yeah, I mean, what a great return. Nearly tripped himself up there. Able to just get a whole lot of room. And I mean, you take a look at their numbers on kick returns. They're averaging 41.5 yards per return. That's second in the Triple C AA coming into this game. Second only to Butte College. They're at 41.8 yards. So I think after this game, Lancers might kind of edge them in that category.
Yeah, you know, kick returning, a big part, you know, trying to get good field positioning. So right now, you just got to make the most that you can out of this field positioning if you're the Lancers.
Yeah, that was Mali, but you take a look at Flip Fox's number. He's got 164 return yards, longest 92, and he's got 2 touchdowns on returns. He's averaging 82 yards a return. And that's why guys maybe are a little bit hesitant. They want to kick it the other way. They don't want to kick to him, but Molly made him pay on that one. As they'll run it up the middle, Mascalino in for Taylor. This one's going to get stuffed and pushed back behind the line of scrimmage. And that'll bring up 3rd down.
3rd down, you try to run it again, and unfortunately get stopped. I don't assume you run it, but I have been run before. So I believe it'll be a pass, most likely to either Josh Barron or maybe even Flip Flops to see if he can get back in this game. He's been kind of silent since, you know, the first quarter of this game.
Yeah, maybe we'll see a short screen pass or some sort of in route by one of the quicker guys, Fox, maybe Rodriguez. That snap a bit low. Mascalino forced to roll out to his left. He's going to fire downfield and out of bounds. Had to get rid of it.
Big defensive stuff for Chaffey. Unfortunately, the play couldn't really unravel before the pressure got there. So now it's going to be a punt for Pasadena. Hopefully they pin them within their own 10, 20, and the defense can make another big stand. And even if they do, I assume Chaffey will kick the extra point since it does not go big or go home time yet if they do, in fact, score.
Yeah, so a quick 3 and out for the Lancers. Mascalino had to avoid the pressure there, and pretty surprising, Chaffey doesn't have a sack in this game as there's a fair catch. Coming into this game with 15 sacks, they lead the Triple C AA in that category, and not one today.
I don't believe either team actually has a sack today, so these offensive lines are really holding up against the front 4, the front 3 in Chaffey's case. So overall, the offensive line gets a big round of applause for what they're doing, especially, you know, the passing, the running game. You know, give the offensive linemen some love right there and keep doing what they're doing. And this game has really been really tight.
Yeah, oftentimes the unsung heroes. Both of these teams coming into this game only allowing 2 sacks. So doing a great job of protecting their quarterbacks all throughout the season and in this one too. Viramontes back out after that scoring drive on their last attempts. That one complete over the middle. He's going to get brought down after a gain of 5.
A little bit of forward progress there, but now if you're Chaffey, you want to score. If you're Pasadena, you do not want to let them score. As you're entering the final minute of this 3rd quarter, this game all of a sudden has gotten really tense. Again, like we said before, the tip of the iceberg right there. I believe the first team who gives up a sack or a turnover, I think they will lose this game.
There's the snap, and then they're going to keep it on the ground. No gain there. That one was disrupted by that defensive front. That looked like Lancers. Number 42, that's Jameer Mitchell, the defensive end opposite of Izzy Duncan.
Even though both of these offensive lines have been good, you know, in the run game, there have been times where, of course, sometimes the pressure is just too much, as we saw right there, as we've seen throughout this entire game. So now a big 3rd down stand for both teams.
Big 3rd down. If they don't convert, you got to think they're going to punt just with how close they are to their own end zone. Viramontes takes the snap. He's looking to throw, fires, and no one's there. It was a comeback route, but Guess he thought it was a streak.
A little bit of miscommunication right there. The comeback instead of a streak. Even so, the defender for the Lancers was over the top, so if he had kept his eyes on the ball, I imagine it would have been a pick. So maybe a little bit of a mistake. The PCC theater department.
The Lancers 21, Chaffey 13.
Question: what happens when Hamlet, Macbeth, Chaperone, and Raygun and a certain familiar political figures collide? The answer: Ubu Roy, a play written in the 1800s that was considered so odd and so offensive that it caused riots. Check out PCC's Theater Department's production of Ubu Roy from October 11th through October 19th, directed by Chaffey Ning. Visit pasadena.edu for more ticket information.
What was that? Chaperone meets, how is it?
Chaperone meets Macbeth and Raygun, the Australian breakdancer.
Oh, Raygun. Oh, okay. Now I know. I was not ready for that promo to be read with Chaperone and Raygun. No, sounds good though. When is it?
It is October 11th to the 19th.
October 11th.
You can get more information on pasadena.edu.
So at the end of the third quarter, the score is 21-13. Lancers put up 14 in the third. Chaffey puts up 6.
I wouldn't be personally surprised if this Chaffey team decides, hey, maybe let's try to fake a punt. It doesn't really look like that Pasadena is ready for a fake punt. We'll see how it looks. But otherwise, a fake punt can maybe bring some life to this offense.
They are going to kick it off there. Pretty nice looking punt. The fair catch called just behind the 45-yard line of the Lancers.
This is a very big drive here in the fourth quarter. If you can kill a lot of the time, and even a field goal will just make this game seem so unreachable for Chaffey. And, you know, we talked about missed opportunities. The missed field goal that Rigby had, it would have been 24-23. If they kicked the field goal, it would have been 27-13, which means a 2-touchdown lead. So, again, missed opportunities. If that happens, if the Lancers still win this game, that missed field goal will be a footnote.
So the Lancers offense back there. It's Mascalino back out. Mascalino, he'll hand it off to the back. He'll get brought down. That was Mali after a short game.
Trying to run this clock out. You know, this is what Lancers do the best. They do run the ball really well. They do these like screen plays. You know, they can go deep if they need to, but right now they don't really need to. They just need a slow, steady drive that ends in points.
Yeah, really want to give your defense a chance to catch their, breath. Chaffey's really been scoring on big plays. They haven't really been taking it down little by little and scoring. They've been scoring on these big, huge breakout plays. So really want to give your defense time to rest and get ready for the next drive.
Yep, and on this play, unfortunately an incompletion, but, they did bring the pressure. Chaffey is still trying to get that sack. They're trying to force another bad ball from this Lancers team. Right now, the Lancers need to be cool, calm, and collected and just find a way to gain yards, move the chains, just these little things that will end up helping you win the game.
Mascalino looking at a third down. Last week had 3 passing touchdowns, 181 yards at Victor Valley. He's looking at a crucial 3rd and 8 here. Takes the snap, rolling out to his right, surveying the field. He's going to throw deep. And that one's picked off by Chaffey. Just threw it too short. Mascalino has thrown his first pick of the night.
So now both quarterbacks are going to pick. This pick, realistically, isn't that bad. Yes, it's still an interception, but it's essentially like an arm put. You still pin them within their 20, and you still give your defense a chance to make a big stop. Granted, you don't really want to throw an interception there. You don't really want to try to play hero ball, but, it's not the worst thing to see a replay of the interception.
We'll take a look at this one more time. And similar theme all night when rolling out. Mascalino has just been underthrowing these balls. Now an underthrown to Flip Fox. Really speedy receiver. Could have gotten open maybe if that ball was a little bit further, a little bit closer to that sideline. Instead here, Chaffey looking at possession here, 21-13. They're going to throw to the middle of the field, and that one's caught just past the 30-yard line and good for the first down.
Looks like that the Lancers are now playing kind of like a zone defense, maybe just trying to prevent, you know, big chunkage. Unfortunately, right there, they found a very soft zone. I believe that was number 5. I believe that was Harrison just found that little soft spot in the zone defense, and quarterback was able to give it to him.
I think he might have walked off the sideline, got up a little bit gingerly after coming down with that ball. They're going to throw again. This one stripped out of the hands of the receiver, nearly a completion. I thought it was complete. But a great job by this Lancers defensive. There's a penalty on the play.
I will say that was a very good throw by Viramontes just to get it in. You know, a quick throw, but an even better play by the defender just to strip it out and maybe just knock it down. Incompletion.
2 players in motion. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Replay, first down.
So they're going to accept the penalty. It'll be 5 yards the other way for Chaffey. Here we see Taylor warming up. Got to think he might go in after that pick by Mascalino. Another reminder, stay tuned after the game for that special player package. We got another one coming for you. Usually we do one, but since the game got postponed against Desert, we thought we'd give you guys 2. Here we see a run play. This one's going to get stopped shortly after a few yards.
That time, instead of handing off to Bozeman, it was Pavia. So this Lancers defense, accepting the penalty, you know, instead of being 2nd and 10, 1st and 15, there's a little bit of a difference. And they didn't get to run the ball again if they accept the penalty. So they got to stop. So essentially, it's like you got a 5-yard sack. So that also helps.
So 2nd and long now, 2nd and 12. This one complete. This is going to get good for the first down. Spins out of the way of a defender. Finally wrangled down by Kaiden Bailey.
These Chaffey receivers are very elusive. They have been making these jukes and these like moves all game long, and you got the first down, thankfully, with forward progress. But if you're a receiver, you don't want to go back. You want to keep moving forward. Thankfully, it worked out this time, but that's like we've seen that multiple times this game. Eventually, it's not going to roll in their favor, and they're going to go back and they're going to miss the first yard.
That was Damari Heller, and you can hear the crowd of the home fans here in Pasadena. They're cheering on their guys. Really electric here right now. Referee's going to whistle this play dead. I think they're going to force Chaffey to take a timeout. They couldn't really handle all the noise.
That's the power of the home crowd. We've seen it in any level of sports where the home crowd is just so loud it distracts. You know, if it's the opposing team, you know, in any sport, the home crowd is what we call the 11th or 12th man. They just are so disruptive sometimes. They just cause chaos, and it's a beautiful thing to see. And this game is especially packed since it's a team that the Lancers lost to last year and are trying to get their revenge as the marching band goes on and plays.
You have not college football without the marching band. I think that's really what sets apart the whole vibe of college football from professional. That marching band, I don't know, something about it.
They should bring those to NFL. Are you kidding me? You know how many people would do it?
I like it being in college. It kind of makes it feel special, you know?
Yeah.
Chaffey offense coming back out. Looking at a 1st and 10 after that big gain by Heller, the tight end. Heller's got 3 receptions, 23 yards. And that was his longest, that was 14.
And this home crowd's getting fired up again. Chaffey can't take another timeout, so we'll see what happens.
They're going to throw this one a short pass. Heading towards that marker, and it looks like he just got past it, but oohs and ahs. I think there might have been a big hit there.
It's like a helmet came off.
That there is a penalty on the play, maybe a helmet to helmet, I'm not sure, but that sideline erupted for Chaffey.
And it looks like there is no penalty.
There is
They
no
might have
penalty.
picked up the flag.
Quick play here, they're gonna rush it up the middle, and that one's met by the Lancers linebackers.
We're getting playoff atmosphere football right now. The home crowd is being loud, they're being disruptive. This could be a preview of the bowl game if both of these teams continue to have the seasons that they're having.
One of these teams will go home with their first defeat of the season. Looking to throw here, firing, and that one's complete at the 30-yard line. Looks like it's going to be good for a Chaffey first down. That one to Harrison.
Now the Lancers are getting really aggressive. They're kind of bringing more men, which is leaving these fast, elusive receivers a little bit more open. They have to go back to what was working for them earlier, where they're forcing those 3 and outs. But right now I'm getting chills just being here announcing this game. This is so electric.
Home crowd back at it again here as Chaffey close to red zone distance. Here's a throw towards the sideline. And it's going to be incomplete. The coverage by number 12, that's Elijah Lewis.
Almost an interception. That would have definitely turned the tide of this game. Viramontes tried to go for the hero ball, but unfortunately, thankfully for him, it was almost picked. So now another huge play. This drive has been full of big plays.
Yeah, that was Elijah Lewis' second breakup of the season. They're going to keep it on the ground, and that one's disrupted. Looks like he might have almost lost the football there. I think he did lose the football there, recovered by an offensive lineman. It could have been dangerous. That was a tackle made by Jameer Mitchell.
Bringing a little bit of pressure, knowing how this team kind of operates. So now, 3rd and 6. They're almost in red zone territory. If you're the Lancers, you want to hold. This home crowd is also firing them up. We will see what Chaffey will do.
Yeah, you just know this is a game that the Lancers want really bad. And you can just hear it in this home crowd. They want it too. Viramontes throws, hit as he throws, and that one's incomplete. Carmichael nearly came up with the pick there, but just thrown into the ground.
I believe that was number 7. I believe that was Brunfield who got the hit on Viramontes, just causing maybe that little bit of why the ball went down. Let's say he gets that throw off, or like he gets hit maybe a split second later. Maybe that ball is sailing a little bit more. Maybe it is an interception.
So 4th and 6 here. Looks like they're gonna go for it.
They're being very aggressive. Let's see what happens. Will it work out, or will they turn the ball over?
Viramontes takes the snap, looking to air it out, feels the pressure rolling out, and fires for the completion. But I don't think it's going to be enough.
Will it be the stop? Ooh, and it looks okay. We will see. The call is that they got it on a 4th and 6.
So a first down for Chaffey. That was close. That one was complete to the tight end. That's Jeremiah Beck. Going to keep it on the ground. They'll get it out for about 2 or 3 yards.
The Lancers are trying to punch the football out. I don't know if you saw, I believe it was number 12. Tried to punch the ball out. That was Lewis trying to, again, you're trying to force a fumble, a turnover, something. If you're the Lancers, in my opinion, you should be focusing on just tackling the guy. Trust that your defense will hold. Trust the guys behind you, your teammates will be able to hold their guys.
Got some whistles here, and that's something that Coach Tucker, stresses heavily at the end of practice. He calls it CTC, control the controllables. Trust your guys, do your job, and, trust that the guys around you are going to do theirs.
Well, now it's 2nd and 6. This is crunch time. This is football at its finest. Two teams, the unstoppable force and the immovable object. Who will win?
You see even the players on the field urging the fans to make some noise.
It looks like Chaffey has a man running on the field to maybe switch.
Offensive lineman late to the party, I suppose.
Bringing the extra linemen.
7 minutes, 50 seconds left to go here in this game. They're going to send the blitz. Now we're complete over to the sideline.
Another out route. They brought the extra lineman. You're thinking run, run, run. You try to blitz, and it looked like one of the linebackers almost got home, but a little out route to Cabrielis just makes it so that they move the chains. Now it's a 1st and goal from the 7. We'll see what happens. These next 7 yards will be the hardest yards Chaffey will gain all game.
Yeah, that'll move Cabrielis to 6 receptions, 90 yards tonight. They're going to run it with Bozeman, and he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. That looked like Brumfield. He's been disrupting plays all night.
This is where a linebacking core of the Lancers, we know how good they are. We know how good they've been. They need to step up here and now. They need to essentially, that trio right there needs to play hero ball. Bailey, Pulley, Brumfield, they need to be disruptive. So far they have been. They just need a little bit more on these next 3 downs.
3 big, important plays coming up here. 2nd and 8. They're going to look to throw. Firing. That one's complete. And he's going to get swarmed by Lancers and taken down shy of the goal line, but still considerable gain there.
Yes, and in fact, he probably could have actually gotten the touchdown right there. But instead, he decided to try to go backwards to try to make something happen, and guess what? Luck ran out for them going backwards. So that may have cost them a touchdown. If they do not convert here, you're going to be looking at that play right there. And all of a sudden, it's going to become a big standout of why you guys lost this game.
This one looking to throw. They're going to flip it over, and he's not going to get there. Looks like the ball came out.
This Lancers trying to plead their case. The ball came out. The referee is saying down by contact. So now it's going to be most likely a 4th and goal from the run, from the 1-yard line. What do you do if you're Chaffey? Do you try to run it if you're Chaffey? Do you try to maybe do a play action, maybe buy enough time?
We'll see. It's 4th and 1. They're going to go for it. I mean, makes no sense to not go for it here. Home crowd making more noise than ever.
This could be the game right here if they do not get it, if they do not convert.
They'll give it to Bozeman, and he'll punch it in for the Chaffey touchdown. So after some dramatic sequences, Chaffey ends up scoring.
Now this is very big, this 2-point conversion, because you have to go for it. Otherwise, if you just kick the extra point, and let's say it gets blocked again, all of a sudden you're down 2 points. The Lancers can march down the field. Like if they score a touchdown, they can go for 2 to make it a 10-point game, and all of a sudden it's out of your reach.
So they will go for 2, 21-19.
Home crowd fired up, trying to give their boys one more defensive stop.
Bozeman, the running back. Quarterback going to keep it. He's going to fire. And it looks like it was dropped by the receiver, Harrison. So an incomplete pass. And they're down 21-19. Couldn't come up with the 2 points.
The blocked extra point is coming in big for the Lancers. All they have to do now is run out that clock. They need to play the best offense of the game right here, right now. You need your star guys to step up. You need flip blocks. There's a replay of the failed 2-point conversion.
Had it in his hands, just couldn't come down with it.
As a quarterback, you can't make a better throw than that. You hit him right in the chest. Unfortunately, the defensive coverage was too great. But as I was saying, you need your guys. You need flip-flops. You need Caden Taylor. You need Micah Mendoza. You need everyone on that offense to propel you to this win. You are up by 2 points. All you have to do is milk the clock.
5 minutes, 27 seconds remaining here in this game. Lancers up 21-19. Probably will send out Taylor.
This game has playoff football all over it.
Yeah, I certainly feel like this isn't going to be the only time these two teams play each other this season.
You couldn't ask for a better game like tonight.
Chaffey set to kick things off here. Lancers will return this one. Makes one man miss and gets brought down out past the 20-yard line.
Now the Lancers have 80 yards to kill the time. If you're Chaffey, on defense, the thing is to use your timeouts before the 2-minute warning / timeout. That's what Chaffey is probably going to do once it starts getting down there. So right now, if you're the Lancers, you need to kill as much time as you can, especially since the crowd caused Chaffey to use one of their timeouts earlier.
Looks like it will be Taylor out there. They line up with a single running back. Gets the snap. He'll hand it off. And be brought down after a short gain.
That is Mendoza. So now a big play would be great for the Lancers, but right now, just that slow chipping. But as you're chipping away, you need to get yards. Every play needs to have a net positive of yards.
Taylor, the returning sophomore from Pasadena High School. We've got some other Pasadena High School guys on this team. Brumfield Flip Fox was his receiver in high school. Looks like there's a flag on the play.
Looks like they're going back 5 yards. We'll see the call, though.
Prior to the snap, false start, 65, offense, 5-yard penalty, remains second down.
Looks like Christopher Ortiz, the offensive lineman, jumped just a bit early. So they'll walk this one a couple yards back.
2nd and 15. You have to pass. You need to get the first down. If you are the Lancers, get the first down and keep killing that clock. And instead of maybe running up the middle, maybe try running stretches to try to kill the time and get more yardage.
Please reset the game clock. Please reset the game clock to 4:47. 4:47.
So they're going to take this one back to 4:47. So 4 minutes, 47 seconds left here. Lancers looking at a 2nd and 12. Taylor gets the ball. He's going to hand it off. He's going to get brought down. Looks like a loss of a couple of yards.
I understand wanting to try to drain the clock. It's the smart thing to do, but right now you need yardage because right now Chaffey can win it with a field goal. And your defense is probably still tired from that long drive that Chaffey did. So right now, if you're Taylor, you want to throw to Fox, you want to throw to Eunice, you want to throw to Phillips. You need to play hero ball. Someone has to step up and be the hero. Let's see who will be on this play.
Taylor dropping back to throw. He's going to fire. That one complete. just for a short gain. That one was to Fox, his first reception of the second half.
I personally do not agree with that play call. Instead of going for the screen, you should try to just get yardage instead of just throwing screens and hoping for the best. I don't personally agree with that play call. Now you're relying on your defense. It's kind of heavily gassed from that big drive.
Here's a punt. This one be caught. Looks like taken out of bounds, just shy of midfield. Scary situation here. 3 minutes, 12 seconds remain here as Chaffey takes control just shy of midfield, down 19-21.
You cannot allow Chaffey to get a first down, otherwise it is pretty much ball game. Unless they block the field goal, which would be a very cinematic way to end this game. But right now, this Lancer defense needs to step up. They need to play. If you thought the 7 yards that they had to get was going to be the hardest ones, it's these 10 yards will be the most pressure-packed ones. Home crowd getting loud. Let's see what they run.
Viramonte is set to receive the snap. Gets the snap, runs into his running back a little bit and throws it just in front of his intended receiver. Look like it goes for Cabriales. Kind of got bumped by his running back there and then just threw it a little bit too far. Got some whistles on the play.
Will there be...
Please reset the game clock to 3 minutes and 11 seconds. 3-1-1. Thank you.
So we'll add 6 seconds to the clock.
Second down and 10. They try to pass it. He was open, slightly overthrown because that pocket kind of got small, so you kind of feel the pressure. Home crowd's going to get loud again. They're going to get loud every play of this drive. These next 3 now plays are really going to be big for the Lancers.
So the Panthers make their way back up to the line. It'll be a run play. This is going to get brought down by Izzy Duncan.
That is Pavia again, and a late flag.
Not sure what they're going to call this on. Home crowd doesn't like it.
And it looks like it's going to be on the Lancers based off some of the body language you're seeing on the field.
Referees will talk it over, but the tackle made by Izzy Duncan able to break through and get behind that line and disrupt the play.
Personal foul, late hit, number 42, defense. Third penalty, automatic first down.
So an automatic first down after that costly penalty on Jameer Mitchell. I'm going to say he hit him late.
Chaffey with the first down at the Lancers 37.
37. It's gonna, they need more yardage to make this field goal more comfortable. Right now, it'd be about a 52-yard field goal. That is a very long field goal, especially for a college kicker. Now, if you're the PCC, you have to take your timeouts on defense. They need to stuff the run right now.
Kicker Anthony Hagan, his longest is 31 of the season. He's 2 for 3 coming into this game. That one completes to Cabriales, and he'll run it out of bounds just shy of the 30-yard line.
Now the 30-yard line, 47-yard field goal. They probably want to get more closer for their kicker. So now it's going to be about, can you hold them? If they can stop them, a sack here would be very big for the Lancers, potentially knocking them out of field goal range.
Still neither team tonight with a sack. Brumfield, though, has been pretty incredible. He's got 6 solo tackles and 3 assists, 2 tackles for loss. They'll run it up the middle. That's Bozeman. We'll see where they mark this. It's going to be close.
This is 2-minute timeout.
2-minute timeout now, and that'll bring up 3rd down. 3rd and 4th. And I mean, this is just going to be a huge play for the Lancers, especially as time closes out here.
You need a stop. Coach Tucker will probably call timeout. They need a stuff the running back, whether it be Bozeman or whether it be Pavia, at the line of scrimmage. They cannot let them get more yards. And the kick, it needs to, if it goes in, you have 2 timeouts. You probably have about 1 minute and 40 seconds on the low end. So it's right them to kick a field goal of their own. Give Rigby some redemption from earlier. If Chaffey gets the first down, this ball game gets pretty much as good as over, as they will cue the clock and kick the field goal. Barring, you know, a miracle of another blocked kick, which would be very mystical in this chilly air.
Head coach Robert Tucker, also the defensive coordinator for the team. He's been head coach. This is his 4th season. On the other side of things, head coach for the Panthers is Ben Byes. This is his inaugural season, first season as head coach. Previously spent some time at LaSalle High School here in Pasadena coaching football. And they're going to blow this play dead before it could even get started.
Will there be a...
Pasadena.
Ooh.
Second of the half.
So we'll take a defensive timeout.
And now they have 1 timeout. This is very scary. We have 3rd and 2. Call a timeout because you didn't like the formation they ran. So now, if you're Chaffey, you cannot get in your own head for either team actually. If you get in your own head, this game's over. There cannot be a fumble. There cannot be a interception. There cannot be like a strip sack. The offensive line for the Chaffey has to hold. That defensive line for the Lancers needs to get in there and be disruptive. They need a sack. A sack here would really hurt the kicking chances.
Before that timeout, it looked like it was a run up the middle to Bozeman. We'll see what they do here if they switch things up, maybe run the same play, who knows. I feel like you have to run here on 3rd and 2nd because you can't afford, well, I guess you kind of can afford to get to 4th down. If it gets to 4th down and you're Chaffey, you're going to go for it.
I would.
Oh, actually, you might kick a field goal, but from this distance, that's pretty far.
Yes, but if they try to go for it and don't get it, this game's over. So you have to test it with your kicker if you don't get it. Right now, the biggest play of the game. Will the Lancers hold or will Chaffey advance?
They motion 2 men to the other side. They'll give it to Bozeman. And he's going to get met by the Lancers defense. I don't think he got it.
Bozeman on the carry, the tackle. Number 7, Tariq Brumfield.
Brumfield with the tackle. They held. Now Chaffey's going to take the time down. If they go for it, it'll be very difficult as that kick would be very long.
And Brumfield's just been all over the place tonight. He leads the team in total tackles plus assists. He's got 10 now in this game. 7 solo tackles, 3 assists. I believe that's going to be his 3rd tackle for loss.
It seems like Chaffey doesn't know what they're going to do. They might
6 seconds left on the play clock. Probably going to be forced to take a timeout here.
Yeah, just killing the time. Trying to just take more time off the clock. Less time for a Pasadena comeback.
Think they might run? What do you think's going to go on
I
this
think
4th and 2nd?
They're going to run it again. They're going to try to run it up the middle. And then Bozeman's going to try to take it to one of the edges. So if you are the Lancers, you need to fill the box but also cover the edges. Make it so that Bozeman cannot run outside. You keep him in the middle and you let the linebackers do the rest. On a cold night in October, we have a very great game.
Yep, Taylor on the sideline warming up. 1 minute, 6 seconds left here to play. Chaffey going for it on 4th and 2nd. If they don't get it, this game's in the bag.
This game is over.
Home crowd continues to make some noise.
Who will stand? Who will fall? This snap will determine it all.
Chaffey with the run up the middle. Bozeman trying to turn it out, and he's going to get brought down. We'll see where they mark this.
Are they going to bring out the chains?
This is a big mark here.
The clock will stop. They will get the chains.
The spotting of this ball is going to be huge.
Lancers convinced.
Referee's going to, I think, talk this one over maybe.
Are they going to bring the chain group out? The game of inches.
They rule this in favor of the Lancers. Game's about as good as over. They rule this in favor of Chaffey. They've got 59 seconds to score.
Yeah, 59 seconds to even get in range for their kicker, which means getting to about the 20-yard line, and they're still about a good 10 yards back. Here come the chains. The decision. Did Chaffey get it, or did the Lancers get the stop?
That looked short.
They got the stop. The Lancers get the stop on a crucial 4th down, and this ball game's about as good as over.
So the biggest play of the game coming from the referees on the spot of the ball, and the Lancers are going to take over on downs.
The biggest play of the game. You have the key moments of this game were the blocked extra point, the failed 2-point conversion, and this failed 4th down conversion. The Lancers will march it out. Chaffey has 1 timeout, 1 first down, ends this ball game, and will determine who will who will stay undefeated and who will endure their first loss. What a game. What a game.
So Pasadena takes their final timeout. Chaffey still with a timeout to burn. 59 seconds on the clock. Lancers expecting to try to run this ball, and even if they can't, convert, right? Even if they get to 4th down and they don't really want to take the chance in going for it, they could punt the ball and leave Chaffey with minimal time.
Minimal time, no timeouts, and you play kind of prevent them from trying to go over the top of you, and then at that point it's going to be very difficult to near impossible for Chaffey to come back. Yeah, what a game tonight, full of twists and turns and those almost plays. But in the end, the Lancers held on a 4th and 2 with a run up the gut to Chaffey's star running back.
So the Lancers line up, and they'll take a knee.
Taylor takes a knee.
Looks like Chaffey's going to take a timeout.
54 seconds.
2nd down now.
I believe the play clock is 40 seconds. Am I correct, or am I a little bit off? Oh, no, it's 25 seconds.
25 seconds, 54 on the clock. So
now what you can do if you are Pasadena is if you get the ball, you just run back a little bit, or you just try to stay up and then take a knee once the time up there hits about 45 seconds. That way you're down, 25 seconds come off the clock, and it's about 20 seconds remaining. You take another knee, and that's ball game.
Saw them line up with some extra protection for Taylor. Saw him line up with 2 running backs and a tight end. Also got that real bunched up formation up on the line. Everybody up and close, no receivers out there.
Yeah, they have the people behind Taylor to make sure that no ball gets away. They're just going to take a knee immediately.
Taylor again takes a knee.
So that'll get the clock going, and that's going to bring up 3rd down. So 25 seconds off the clock, and then they'll take another knee.
Yes. They have the play clock is 25 seconds and counting clock on the time of game remaining is about 26.
Looks like that's going to do it here. I think that's going to be the final knee they take. Game clock at 20 seconds. Play clock.
Running down, and this game is over. The Lancers get redemption for last year. They remain undefeated. Chaffey takes their first loss of the season in a thrilling game.
Yeah, I mean, what a game. This has got to feel special for all those guys that were on the team last year. You know, just reading some names, you know, you got guys like Idric Carmichael, Eli Moulton, so many returners, Kaiden Bailey, right? Even on the offensive side of things, Caden Taylor. You know, he wasn't the starter last year, but he was on this team, and he helped, you know, lead the Lancers to a victory. Guys like Jordan Rodriguez, who were here last year and, you know, suffered those 2 losses, one in the regular season, one in the bowl game. This has got to feel special for them. I know for a fact these guys have been looking towards this matchup all season long, and, yeah, this is a good one.
This game could be a preview of another bowl game here in November. If the Lancers still go on to play how they've been playing, they will most likely host the bowl game. And if Chaffey plays how they've been playing, they'll most likely be back here for another rematch in this thrilling rivalry. It's not per se a rivalry, but it's really close to being a rivalry. It might as well be a rivalry.
It's definitely starting to feel like one. You know, at the end of the game, we'll look, Caden Taylor, 173 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, but I feel like that interception really didn't hold him back.
That interception did not hold him back. Yes, it was near the end zone, but at the end of the day, did Chaffey convert on it? Did they turn that into any points? They did not. So that interception didn't really hurt Taylor.
Yeah, really importantly, you know, big stat I'm really looking at right now, 17%, 2 of 12 on 3rd down for Chaffey. Lancers 59%, you know, 10 for 17. How do you feel like that helped them in this game?
Having the ability to be able to just, on 3rd down, to move the chains, reset the chains, and just keep on going is a really big part of football. Going 2 for 12 on 3rd downs isn't particularly the best, but going 10 for 17 really is. That just shows that they were able to make the most key drives going. So that's what helped them propel the Lancers to their first win over Chaffey since 1997.
Yeah, first win since 1997. Big things here, big things. Getting revenge for those 2 losses last year. And who do you think was the most important player in this game tonight?
The most important player, at least for me, would be linebacker Tariq Brumfield. He was all over the place, causing disruptions. He was batting down passes. He was getting tackles for losses. He was just everywhere on that defense. And if I had to give one for the offensive player, I will give it to Caden Taylor. He did so good. Even when he threw that interception, he was just able to make the most of it, staying out of pressure, and just overall helped the Lancers take home the win.
Yeah, I mean, I'm also looking, you know, besides Caden Taylor, he did a great job. I'm also looking at, you know, receiving, right? You got Flip Fox, he had 5 receptions. Rodriguez, 5 receptions. I mean, Flip Fox, 110 yards. He only got 1 reception in that 4th quarter, but, I mean, you saw what he did in all the other quarters. That first play, opening touchdown, really set, you know, the tone of that drive and of that quarter. What do you think of his performance?
His performance today, especially in that first quarter / first half, really, really great. You know, the screen pass, taking it all the way for that touchdown, and just being a threat and helping move the chains is so helpful and so pivotal for any football team. And another player that I want to point out that also helped was Micah Mendoza. He, with the big rushes, just being essentially the big body to help propel the chains forward as well on 1st and 2nd down, helping even on 3rd down.
All right, real quick. Got some confusion here, sorry. We're going to throw it down pretty soon to Mariana, our sideline reporter. She's with Coach Tucker.
Coach Tucker, during the 2nd half when Chaffey was doing a comeback, tell us about PCC performance.
Yeah, you know, when they had, you know, in football, the energy kind of goes back and forth a little bit, and we had the energy in the 3rd. We kind of got up, but we let them they went on a long drive. They did a great job, and there's just a few times on defense I felt like our eyes were off. But told them when they got back sidelines, our eyes will make plays for us. And if they have really good eyes, good communication alignment, they'll get the stop they need. And really that's what it came down to on the last fourth down. They just got the stop they needed.
All right, thank you so much, and go Lancers!
Go Lancers! Shout out to my dad back home. Shout out. Go Lancers. Good job.
Thank you for the interview.
Bit humble in that one, but I know this is definitely a big game for him.
Number 4.
Yeah, it's a big game for, like you said, all the returning, Lancers on this football team. It's just a big win, beating Chaffey again, as you mentioned, first time since 1997. But also just how they did it. Their offense, didn't score, the 49, points that they've been averaging, but they scored enough, and the defense held when it was supposed to. It held on the 2-point conversion, and it held on the 4th and 2. And overall, that defense should get a round of applause for what they did this game.
Yeah, so great performance all around by a whole bunch of different guys. Caden Taylor. I think we're trying to line up an interview with Caden Taylor right now. And so, yeah, we're going to go down to the sideline to Mariana. She's with Caden Taylor right now getting an interview.
I think another person did really great.
Caden, it was a big night for you. 2 passing touchdowns, 3 rushing touchdowns. How do you feel about your performance?
Man, I feel good. It's credit to our team, credit to our defense. It was a little scary at the end. I wish we could have finished it out. But, hey, great game. I feel good.
Thank you so much for your time. Go Lancers!
Go Lancers!
Thank you. Oh.
So thank you guys for joining us. Stay tuned after this little segment. We have a player package interview about Caden Taylor. It's going to be a special thing to watch. My name is David Matamoros, joined by Oscar Zayas. We thank you guys for joining us, and as always, go Lancers.
Touchdown, Lancers! Scoring play, a 16-yard touchdown run by the quarterback, number 4, Caden Taylor.
Most incredible, baby. Yeah. I can't see him coming down my eyes, so I gotta make the song cry. I can't see him coming down my eyes, so I gotta make the song cry. Good dude, I know you love me like cooked food, even though it gotta move like a crook move. We was together on the block since free lunch. We should have been together having 4 seasons brunch. We used to use umbrellas to face the bad weather, so now we travel first class to change the forecast. Never in bunches, just me and you. I loved your point of view cause you held no punches. Still I left you for months on end.
If I send one, need to text back cause you know what I need. Oh please. This life I cannot change. It is. Right with the show, not a stranger to the light. Got a safe full of Franklin and a shoulder full of stripes. I don't know it like myself. I say self-made, meaning I've designed myself. All day, all night. Playing both.
Instead of me going for it.
Get there,
You know what I'm saying? So we gotta bring the energy. A lot of times you get tired on Tuesday because of what. Work on me. 1, 2, 3.
Outside leverage. Hold up. Get outside.
Oh, the water is amazing. There you go.
I knew. Come up. Eyes up. Sail left. Stop release.
I drank like that.
Man.
Oh. Hey.
Go, finish. Go.
No, same thing.
Yeah.
He's going to break.
Drive your feet. Walk your feet all out.
Oh, my goodness. That's a Super Bowl. That's a Super Bowl.
My cousin, you gonna switch up on family? On family? And you never switched up though. Look at that. Look at you doing tricks on it. Wait, are you doing a segment on the shade in here? No! That's so cool. Did you get that on film? Get on his head! Again. Same spot.
Hello. It is currently 7:54, Wednesday night, game day, 3 days, beautiful day in Freeman Field.
Wait, games in 3 days?
And we're getting a little extra workout.
Hey, Kaden, who has the ball? Jaron, I want to catch one.
We on the field. We was trying to put you on some. I mean, Greg was trying to put you on some.
Flinch through the camera.
Oh, you got put on?
I gave her.
Release.
Oh my God.
It's a video.
Give me one.
It is your choice in this moment to how you're going to handle the time off that we're going to have. And how you're going to occupy that time on Saturday. Maybe there's a few guys that just needed extra cash and that they can get in on some work.
Assignments, reading, deficits, right? Maybe your body's in a deficit. You got an owie here or there.
Happy birthday, dear Timothy. Happy birthday to you. Family. 1, 2, 3. Family.
Pineapple? Nah, I used to crush those until I heard. I'm like, let me chill.
You want some or not?
Nah, I'm good.
All right, I'm gonna have some.
I got water.
What's up, guys? I'm here with quarterback Caden Taylor. Gonna ask him some questions about his football career and this season. So, get things started. This is your second year with the team. How do you feel that being here that last year has really helped you emerge into the starting role this year?
I would say just the relationships. Everybody returned from last year for the most part. So, just hanging out with the guys for a year and a half now, going to 2 years. Just knowing everybody's name, everybody's like personality, this and that. knowing why they want to play football, what they like about football. So I don't know, it just makes it really easy to come in and be a leader by like not forcing it, but natural leader, and just have fun when I'm out there. So I would say just the relationships help me.
And also, you guys got a transfer this year. He also went to Pasadena High School. Did you have anything to do with Flip maybe coming to Pasadena, and what's it been like throwing to him again?
I mean, I want to say I had a little, say on that, but really I would say 100% it was him, best situation for him probably. He came here, but Coach Reg as well, he was our OC and coach over there, so him being here, his presence and his just ability as a coach, I think that's what probably drew Flip here. But Flip being on the team, I mean, it's nostalgic. I mean, first play, I remember in high school, I threw him like a 3-yard out. He took it 65, and then one of our first plays versus Santa Ana, I threw him a 0-yard route, and he took it, 60 yards. So nostalgic. It's fun seeing him play, and it was good, all around good.
Or what are your goals personally and also for the team for this season as a whole?
Personally, my goals are really just team goals as well in a sense. 11-0, win the bowl game, not just get to it, but win the bowl game. I would say a personal goal for me is just try to spread the ball to as many receivers as possible because, like you said, I've known these guys for a while now. So, the best thing for me would probably be looking back on the season and be like, I spread the ball to him, and everybody had a good time this year. So I would say that's my personal goal, which is kind of a team goal. So, but main goal is 11-0 for sure.
All right, guys. Now we're going to switch gears a little bit. I'm going to ask you some questions about your football career, and for every one you get wrong, you're going to have to answer one of Iris's burning questions. All right. First question. We're going to start off easy.
All right.
What was the final score of Saturday's game against West LA?
Like exactly to the T?
Yep. What did you guys have? What did they have?
57-24. No. Yeah, 57-24.
It's 56-14.
Dang.
Do you have kids?
Do I have kids? No. Easy. No.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, number 2. How many rushing yards did you have in that game?
58.
That's correct. 58 yards.
All right.
All right, number 3. Who caught your first touchdown pass here at PCC?
Flip.
In your career, not this season.
Oh, at PCC? Special shout out to TJ, but it was Josh Barron.
Yep. Yeah. It was an 11-yard pass against Santa Monica.
Left side.
All right, number 4. How many yards total, both rushing and passing, did you have at Pasadena High School in your final season?
Total? 2,700 something.
You were close. 2,612.
Do you believe women should have rights?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think I should have rights?
Yes. Surprising, but yes. Yes, I do.
Really?
Yeah.
Do I have rights?
Yes. Okay.
All right, last question. Can you name the top 3 players in rushing yards for that season at Pasadena High School?
Name the top 3?
Yep, on the team.
Including myself?
Yeah. I just gave one away, I guess. But.
Me, Daylon Beasley. He's on the team currently. And Ahmad Jolly.
That's correct. Wow. Do you know the order? 1, 2, 3?
I gotta say.
This is for bonus points.
I say just how I said it. I think.
No, you were first. Ahmad was second. Dalen was third.
Dang. And Michael was 4th.
Yeah. I mean, you got the one wrong, but.
Oh yeah.
Is it my turn yet?
No, I got them all right.
Is it my turn?
Sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? So why football?
Football, I wasn't allowed to play it growing up, so it was like the kind of thing where like your parents say no, so you want to do it, and then I started playing like freshman year, and I was pretty good, and yeah, ever since I've been wanting to play.
What made you choose football though? You could have chosen
I was
sport.
Asian sport.
Badminton.
Oh, I'm elite at badminton, but.
You were what at badminton?
I'm elite at badminton, and I still play to this day.
Really?
Yes, I'm elite.
Okay, don't play.
I'd be going. I I wasn't good at soccer. I quit baseball. I'm not fast enough for track, and I can't dribble. So football. You know what I mean? Can't play basketball, soccer, track, so baseball.
Did you actually try all those sports before like
Yeah.
football?
Yeah.
Really, you don't feel like every single new sport you try, it's like you get worse at it.
What?
What?
No. Nah, it's just like whatever you naturally are good at.
Cause like, I started off with like taekwondo and dance, and those were like honestly what I was best at.
Really?
And then I moved on to other things, and they just got
worse.
probably progressively worse.
Well, maybe you should have stayed with dance and taekwondo. And you
Okay,
should've
well,
done
I had
better.
like sexist like family members. Okay, like don't play.
I did karate though.
Really? Were you a black belt?
Nah.
I was a black belt.
Well, that's my thing about karate. There's some karate that's daycare. They just give you a black belt. My guy was legit. So like,
My guy was legit.
what was his name?
Delon Tan.
Mine was
Exactly.
Nah,
Don't
he
play.
was the GOAT, but he gave
Mine
me.
was the GOAT.
I only made it to like orange belt or yellow stripe. It was he was hard.
Mine was the GOAT. He was like even like doing like in movies and stuff too, and like
Really?
we were like very sparring and like focused on sparring.
How's your drawing going?
I don't know. I wanted to originally draw as a cat, but maybe not.
Draw as a cat. I thought we were drawing her.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I love furries. Don't play with me right
So
now.
you're gonna make her a furry. My cousin's a furry. So you did taekwondo, you did dancing, and then you tried other sports, and you found out you suck at sports. And then you started taking photos. How'd you get into photos?
I don't know. I just always had good shot composition.
You had the eye.
Huh?
You had the eye.
Yeah. I mean, I started technically in high school. I was taking photos of like track and cross country because I was the only person with a camera. But the thing was, I kind of had no idea what I was doing. It's just like I had such good shot composition that I was kind of like able to like finesse my way through my photos. Because when other people would take photos with my camera, they turn out like absolute shit. And they asked me what camera I use, and then I know that like
What camera did you use?
at that time I had
Canon
my
360. Ooh.
Huh?
A Canon 360.
No, it was an M50. It's funny though, because you know David and I, we don't go all the way back, but we have lore. And we did summer baseball together too. And if anything, he was the one who got me into it. Jimmy was the one who told me to not do it.
Dang, Jimmy.
Well, actually, no. Jimmy and I, we both were like, I don't want to do it. And he's like, yeah, I agree with you. And I didn't do it until towards the end of the summer season when David asked me because they were looking for another person. But then I really only said yes because David asked me, which like, honestly, 90% of the time I'll say yes to David. 40% of the time I'll say yes to Jimmy.
That makes sense.
100% I'll say yes to Noah. And 85% I'll say yes to Lindsay.
What is my percentage? 10.
Stop playing with my deadlines.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. You're right.
Huh?
Anyways.
Okay, but back to the photos though, right?
Yeah.
So I was surrounded by like other photographers, like really good photographers there, and so you just kind of pick up their behaviors and like the way they take their photos. And essentially, I was brought on to do video and to do editing, but they didn't really put me to good use. And so I just got really bored because if you don't know, baseball's kind of boring, not gonna lie.
Yeah, a little bit.
It can be interesting at times, like if like you have Otani, you know, who's like kind of, you know, what?
I had a question. So if you're, would you say what's composition is your superpower? What's your weakness? That's a good question.
My emotional stability.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, but what does that have to do with photos though?
Because I don't know if you noticed, but I tend to do a lot of things for myself. But one thing that I lack, like I can keep going on and on and on, but I just need like emotional stability backing me up. And I think if anything, yeah, that's just my biggest weakness. Because I always need people rooting for me, you know? Which a lot of the time it's hard because it's I'm just very isolated.
Confirmation that your stuff is good.
Kinda not really. Because I know my stuff is good. But it's more so like just having people like rooting for you and just like knowing that
just in
they're
general
supportive, you know?
I hear you.
Yeah. Like what's the point of celebrating a win
when
if
no
you
one's
can't
there.
celebrate with other people,
Yeah.
you know, who support you, you know?
I hear you, I feel you.
So I just got bored one day and I thought the mountains looked nice, so I started taking photos.
So you started being like nature-y
No.
at first?
No, I took photos of cute baseball players in front of mountains. Yeah. So like you only talk about your Asian side, but like why don't you ever talk about your white side? Like is that just something you're ashamed of?
No, it's just because you're Asian, but like my white side
It's just white.
It's just white.
Really?
Yeah. A little Amish.
Do you guys just celebrate Thanksgiving and call it a day?
What do you mean? Just Thanksgiving?
Yeah, like I thought Thanksgiving was like a white people holiday.
You don't celebrate Thanksgiving?
I sleep through it.
You sleep through it? I mean, I celebrate every holiday except Hanukkah.
Because you're not Jewish?
Yeah. Do you celebrate Chinese New Year?
Well, yes.
But like, do you be getting bank?
Not really, because I get like $1 bills.
I used to get so much bank when I was younger, but then I got older.
I'm like
Kind of
terrified of
sad.
bugs.
Not me too.
Like something I pick up is like who comes to these games, right? Because
Yeah.
so I'm able to recognize like some people's parents.
Mhm.
Not that I know these players personally, but I think just from seeing their parents come so often, like I'm able to recognize and pick up on them. But I never saw your parents at games. So like, was Victor Valley was that like the first game of the season they came to?
No, they've been at every game.
Really?
Even last year, yeah.
I mean, last year I didn't really know who you. Well, I knew who you were.
I wasn't playing as much, yes,
Yeah,
but
but you
they
weren't
came to every game.
Really?
Shout out to them. On that topic, do your parents, assuming you have some, like your photos and stuff like that?
I don't know. I'm not as much of a family person as you. I think.
What? Why not?
Well, my parents had to work, like a lot. You know, like both my parents worked, so it was just me and my grandma at home a lot of the time, and my older brother, and I guess my dog when he was alive.
What is it? Gong? What is how do you say it?
No.
What is? That's how you say. What is it?
You said you went to Chinese school, but like you don't even know basic Chinese.
All I know from Chinese school is
你好吗?
heads up, 7 up.
Oh, so you went to like white people Chinese school?
Nah, real Chinese school.
Really?
What's the card game? You know the card game with like, I don't know.
No.
Yeah, it was a card game. I learned from there.
So like you never learned like your like bapamafa?
No, but I know.
You never learned your 两只老虎? No 甜蜜蜜? No,
I mean,
来来来，和我准备再说吧.
I know. Jayo. You know what that means?
Maybe.
You don't even know what that means.
My Chinese has gone progressively worse ever since my grandma died.
Dang.
You don't speak Chinese at home? Really?
Just my mom speaks it.
But you don't ever speak it to her?
I can't speak it at all.
Oh, then that's like kind of shameful.
A little bit.
Like.
Ew, I just gave her nasty eyes.
What?
I just gave her some nasty eyes.
I got a glimpse of yours, and like yours is already in color. Mine is.
That's what I'm saying. I'm already done.
You know the Chinese news reporter?
Oh, the something Wang Wei Too Low Holy Fu Being You know that one though?
No. 本来以为他是个 rapper, 没想到他是个 raper. Freestyle 是有 style, 没有 free.
Yeah, I never heard that.
Really? You don't know who Chris Wu is?
Alright, but there was one though. It was like, this is not funny, but it is. It was like a plane crash, right? And the plane went missing. And then they were like, it was in Asia, and they were like, the pilot's name were Something Wong, Wei Too Low, Holy Fook, and a Bing Dang Ow. And that was funny. Like taking photos. You saw the season happen.
I did
and
not
this
take
and that.
photos last year.
I mean,
was just
but you were
recording video.
recording video, right? And now you're here this year. We're like, almost halfway through the season. What are your thoughts like on the team and the trajectory and the vibe and things like that? Do you have any thoughts, this or that?
Okay, this sounds so wrong.
You just said you were like, oh, I do it for the team. And
This sounds so wrong, but definitely I was a lot less sympathetic when like players would, get hurt and stuff.
Damn.
Not that I'm a monster, it's just I just didn't really know.
It was just a name and a number, so you're just like, whatever.
But y'all are faces to me. I don't know all of your names yet, but like I know your faces. And actually like when I look through photos, I look at your faces and that's how I recognize. Like Maddox, I knew him as the guy. What?
That's my guy. He's from Oregon.
Well, yeah, I stalked the roster. But
okay.
But anyway, like he would show up in my photos a lot and I would know him as the guy with like the really cool leg tats. And then it turns out, oh, his name's Maddox. And then I learned his name. And there are like a bunch of other people where, I recognize their faces. Oh my god, I need to draw a tail. Don't play with me right now.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I already won.
Wait, where's my pencil? Can you tell I have ADHD? I've literally forgot what I last talked about. But oh yeah, but now that I know you guys more, like I definitely care about you guys a lot more. So when you guys get injured and stuff, like I actually get really worried.
Dang.
Like actually.
So shout out.
It's like motherly,
You should get Robert Tucker in here.
He already was in here, Miss Girlfriend Kakahi.
Since you've been so invested in football, I want you to name every position in football starting with offense. Go.
O-line.
Okay, 1.
Wide receiver.
Okay, 2.
Running back.
Okay, 3.
Quarterback.
Okay.
Who else is there?
Those are the main ones, but you're missing.
Right bench?
No, you're missing one more.
The coach.
No. Starts with a T. Tied.
No.
Tight end. Shout out Demo. Defense.
Safety. Cornerback.
Uh-huh.
I think Idric's cornerback, right?
Uh-huh.
D-line.
Uh-huh. And one more. Starts with an L. Ends with a
linebacker.
Yep. Good job.
All right. Do I go?
Yep.
3, 2.
Wait. Which camera though? Like, put it next to her on 3.
Okay, ready?
1, 2. I got to see it. 1, 2, 3. Bruh. That's pretty good though. Dope. All right. Sweet. It's been nice.
David,
it's been
who
fun.
won?
They all left.
David said.
Shout out David.
All right. Hey, what's up, guys?
I'm so tired.
We're gonna cut to the video.
Does that make sense? You guys get what we're doing? Yeah?
This is probably my favorite part of practice. Just a couple of times. Yeah.
Oh!
Quack!
Let him get the club. Irish flick me.
I was the best team in high
All right, damn, what the hell? All right. I think Iris is going to come in now.
Iris.
That's very nice, Kaden.
Thank you. Took me like 2 minutes. Did you
the person who ran the
persevere
Instagram?
through
Huh?
the sexism, or
What?
Did you persevere through the sexism, or
Well,
is it
yes.
still happening to
Well, it's still happening.
this date?
It's still happening to this day. I fear I won't outgrow the sexism until I die.
You should use this platform
Male
to
privilege.
I mean.
Hey, there we go.
Hey.
There we go.
Am I an ugly crier?
Is this even on?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, we got you.
Hey, girls.
You want to go in the interview?
Yeah, let's do it.
Hey, girls. Am I an ugly crier? Because I've been crying my butt off for the past, I don't even know how long. Because, like, anyway, you want to talk?
Hi, I'm Ken Thomas, a co-advisor of the Simba Club and teacher of TBR 07 here at PCC. So, Iris, tell me, why are you crying?
Because we won and we were interviewing Caden today, and I also prepared like not one, but 2 packages, and that's like a normal amount for like a game. So the fact that I pulled it all off, and then especially with Caden's interview, you know, like the amount of no's I got within the past 2 weeks, yeah, I still made that work. And, you know, Caden played such a good game today, and I just couldn't be any prouder because it just, you know, I went with my gut instinct, like, no matter all the no's. Literally, Caden was indirectly breaking all the equipment in the studio. Like, one of our main cameras in the studio is literally broken. He jammed the print dryer in the dark room. He glitched the replay system. The recording system was broken AF. Like... you know, like literally all like the no's I've dealt with, even from people
This is news to me. I had no idea.
And then he played really well today, and I ate up that interview. You know.
Yeah.
It was just great timing overall. Great timing overall, and I think also just the timing of being able to get Mo and Micah interviewed this week as well. Not just getting 1, but 3 players highlighted. I think that is crazy, and that's on me. And I am like so girl boss. Don't play with me right now.
There you go.
Yeah. I'm just really emotional.
So wait, what did you think about the game? How was that as a capper for all the hard work you did with the packages?
I normally don't really lose my voice over games, but I was like screaming my lungs out, TBH. And you know, now I know a lot more people's names, so I've been just screaming people's names over the intercom, ear rape. But yeah, I like, my voice is very dead now. And like, yeah.
It was a very action-packed game. You might have heard it through the ambient mic. The crowd was going nuts. We were going nuts behind the scene, especially you.
Oh yeah, I was going nuts.
All right. So should we wrap it up, Jim? Let's wrap it up. Any last words to Lancer fans out there?
Thank you, Mo, Micah, and Caden for letting me interview you. Thank you, David, for being such a good partner. Honestly, we've gone to the point where David and I, like, communication, like, is so easy, it's so smooth, and we don't even have to talk that much to, like, get things done. Like, it's gone to that point. I'd also like to thank Jimmy, my father, and Kenny, my uncle, and I'd also like to thank my parents who birthed me. Thank you for conceiving me.
And what about all these fine folks?
Thank you for watching, and especially thank you for Caden for dealing with me for the past 2 weeks. Yeah. We had a lot of no's and a lot of technical difficulties, so made it happen because I am that BITCH.
There we go.
Bye, girls. Mwah.
Go Lancers.
Go Lancers. See you next time.
You want to fade out?
Guys, staying in the background so we have some music.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me something I don't understand.
Guys, let's drive.
My class. Take me out to the ball.
Oh, we ate that up. Don't play with us right now. Don't play with us.
I don't know if I'll ever get back. Did I not take that? Who you getting back with? No. So let's root for the Lancers. I don't know.